Back in October, under the watch of La Minerva, Combate Americas held its first event in Guadalajara. It was a huge success, so Combate is back, and the natives are no longer restless. Here we are at the Arena Coliseo, Guadalajara, for a stacked card. I know I say that every time. I really, really mean it. Tonight, this one is going to be a good one. Mexico versus Spain. That's the Venezuelan vixen, Juliana Peña. I am Max Bretos, and I know we're very excited about this, and we said it's Mexico-Spain. Main event featuring Alvaro Herrera. This is one of Guadalajara's famous sons when it comes to mixed martial arts. Now's a chance to see if the hype is real.
Alvaro Herrera signed with us over a year ago and hasn't been able to make it to the octagon due to injury. So this is a much anticipated debut. He has fought at the upper echelons. He is a former Ultimate Fighter contestant, much like myself, #tough-alum. And we are ready to see what he can do here in his hometown. And so we can, as he showcases his ability to get the win, because I heard he wants to fight in the Copa Combate later on this year.
All right. His opponent is fighting for Spain, Ignacio Capela. He comes in on a winning streak, but he knows if they can get victories here in hostile territory, this will do great things for Spanish MMA.
This is hostile territory, but Capela said, listen, Spain has been champions in basketball, tennis, soccer. Why can't we be champions in mixed martial arts? That is the mission that he is coming to prove in this hostile territory. He's an aggressive fighter, and he says, I'm going to knock out my opponent, and he has nothing that he hasn't seen before.
Okay, so the co-main event, also Mexico and Spain, and we saw Victor Madrigal last time we were in Guadalajara, Juliana. He was real impressive in a fight that we will not forget anytime soon.
I will never forget that fight, Max, because that was the nastiest armbar I have ever seen in my entire life.
You've seen a lot of armbars.
I've seen a lot of armbars. I've been in a lot of armbars, and trust me, they're not fun. But this guy is so tough, and he is ready to make his point here in front of his hometown. He fights out of Lobo Gym. He's got training partners like Alexis de Grasso, Irene Aldana, and he is more than prepared. And he also fights, Max, a little tidbit, on this fight card with his girlfriend here tonight.
So, Periquito will be facing El Niño Roca, Sevensui Ruiz. Like Herrera, he has prolonged his chance to fight at Combate. He was supposed to be at the Copa. Here he is, representing Spain, but looking for a big win in his own right.
Yes, he was original Copa Combate competitor, but wasn't able to make it. So he has been chomping at the bit to get inside La Jaula. He is a well-rounded fighter. He moved down to 135 pounds for this fight, where he feels the strongest, and he's an aggressive brawler. So look for him to be looking for the knockout.
Damas y caballeros, desde la histórica Arena Coliseo, Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Prepárense. Esto es Combate Américas. Este duelo, pactado a 3 vueltas, un choque de tapatíos en la división peso ligero de Spout. 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Los 3 jueces son, the 3 judges are Chris Crail, Alejandro Armenta y Emilio Valadez. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de pantaloncillo blanco, he steps in wearing the white colored trunks. When he stepped on the scale, he weighed in at an official 154.5 pounds. Cuando pisó la báscula, registró un peso oficial de 154 libras y media y entra a la jaula por 4ª vez a nivel profesional, con récord de 2 victorias y 1 derrota. He enters la jaula for the 4th time as a pro, with a record of 2 victories against 1 lone defeat. Representando a Guadalajara, Jalisco, el caballo, Eric Garibay. Su rival en la esquina roja, his opponent in the red corner, wearing red trunks, vestido de color rojo, detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 153 libras y 3 cuartos. He tipped the scales at an official 153.75 pounds. Y a nivel profesional, se mantiene invicto con 2 victorias. As a pro, he enters la jaula undefeated with a record of 2 victories. Igual que su rival, oriundo de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Ulises La Roca Palomares. El referee Raúl Porrata.
Al centro, por favor. Al centro, por favor. Obedezcan mis comandos y protesten en todos momentos. Toquen guantes ahora, regresen a su esquina.
By the way, the great voice of Combate in Lupe Contreras. It is sweet music, and it means we're off and running. To the tail of the tape, we have El Caballo contra la Roca. This is the horse versus the rock. This will be fought right at 155 in the lightweight division. Much younger is Garibay, and 3-inch height advantage and 3-inch via the reach.
And that's one thing that I noticed right away, Max. Garibay is a lot taller. He is definitely the larger party here.
And it will be traditional orthodox for Garibay, who's in the white, and the left-handed Palomares.
Now, I said earlier that it was a classic grappler versus striker, but actually I forgot that Garibay has been wrestling since he was 17 years old when he started doing freestyle wrestling. So let's see if he can look to defend this takedown, which it looks like he's doing a great job.
Already, he doesn't want to go to the ground, and that was initially the grappler's forte, who catches it with that looping right hand and goes right back towards the takedown.
Palomares is deep on a double. If he can collapse his hands right underneath the butt cheeks of Garibay, he might be able to sweep that carpet out underneath the rug of Garibay and get that takedown.
Got a nice underhook. Still the single leg in effect for Palomares.
He's got him tight around the waist there, trying to go hard on. Now he's got a body lock. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got both of his hands locked on the body.
Oh, peligro, peligro. Eso no se hace. That was straight on, and I think Garibay's okay.
But he does get 5 minutes of recovery time if he's not.
I think there's a lot of empathy in our audience. Again, live on DAZN for Combate Guadalajara. Now it's starting, the pain is starting to get worse, it would appear. Our referee, Raul Porata. And our hats off to our referee, who has to communicate in English and Spanish. A regular in our Combate events.
Here's a replay here. He's got a body lock, and he just does a little too close there.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was Route 1 telegraphed.
Right up the middle.
So both these fighters from the Guadalajara area. Palomares was born in Manzanillo, which is in the state of Colima, directly to the west of Guadalajara, and those two states, Colima and Jalisco, share a border.
I was actually doing a little homework before the show on Garibay.
You do a lot of homework.
I saw him fight in an amateur fight here in Guadalajara, and he was winning. He was doing so good, and then at the last second he just gave up. But I think he looks strong. He looks very strong actually at this weight.
Guadalajara, a wonderful tourist destination if you like food. It's known for the tequila, and the manufacturers are down there. A beautiful botanical garden, forest where you can walk through your family. Just a lovely city that we saw earlier in the week. They had the Lucha Libre show that some of the folks from Combate attended.
Now, Palomares is looking to close the distance with Garibay, because Garibay is a Taekwondo black belt. He's been a black belt for many years, and you can see that in his stance. Palomares is doing exactly what he needs to do in order to get Garibay to the ground and implement his own game plan, which is obviously take him down and submit him. But Garibay is doing a great job. Oh, beautiful knee.
Hey, got that knee.
Staying on the feet.
Garibay has the look of a well-rounded fighter, but he's unable to get his game plan going because Palomares has had conviction with regards to that takedown, even though he hasn't had a takedown.
He hasn't been able to complete a takedown yet because Garibay is doing a great job of defending the takedown. And Palomares is almost getting desperate there, trying to just drag his body down to the ground.
Is Palomares resting there a little bit in between the attempts?
He's not resting. He's just trying to figure out where he can take this takedown. And he's right in the open, and he's trying to drag it out. He does the exact thing. He runs the pipe there, but Garibay gets his balance back to his feet, looking for the sprawl.
There's that height advantage.
Yep, and like I said, he is the larger party, Garibay.
He looks a lot larger now as he sprawls all over Palomares and unloads a bunch of left hands.
Garibay doing
Boom.
a big old
that's
knee.
It.
That's over.
Big knee, lights out, Guadalajara.
Oh yeah, the ref is, nice job, thank God. Beautiful job, nice knee.
Was that a grounded opponent? I don't think it was. I think he was up.
I
think it was up. I would have to see the replay, and we're going to see that momentarily.
He waited for the opportunity, and when it came up, he took it. Garibay.
And they just switched the rules. I know that you can't knee to a grounded opponent, but if one of their hands is up, you can. So it's a real...
Big cut under the left eye.
Oh, I'd have to see that again. But beautiful technique done by Garibay.
Well, he was known as a striker, and he struck with the big shot that changed and ended this fight here in round one. Chance of Eric. And they're asking for some gauze because it hit the brow, but it also, you can see it. That is a big mouse there under the eye.
Oh, yeah.
That will require stitches.
Oh, yeah. And I'm happy for Garibay to get that win.
And that's tending to Palomares, who remains with his back on the ground.
Do we have time to wait till he gets up?
Borrata doing a good job of saving Palomares from further damage. He jumped right on top. It looked like he was getting in the fist fight. Here's the replay. Big, huge, heavy shots. Nice, big ground and pound.
I don't know if he cut the eye there with the fist.
His hand is up.
Oh,
that's totally legal.
Oof. And you can see, as soon as he came up, the knee was waiting for him.
Yep. Both of his hands are up in the air, off of the mat when he threw that knee. That was totally legal. Thank you, Borrata, for saving our fighter so that he could live to fight another day. That was a beautiful job done by the referee.
That's great officiating. That's a great point, Juliana, because we don't get enough credit.
Look at that.
And
He's
he
all
dropped
over
his
him.
weight on him. He's like,
Get
it's
out
over.
of here. Love it.
It's a tough business, folks. And these are some fighters looking to make an impression. And in this case, Eric Garibay, a young man at 22, now improves to 3-1.
And
1-0 in combate.
1-0 in combate, yep. 22 years old.
Damas y caballeros, este combate concluye de forma espectacular con un tiempo oficial de 2 minutos 54 segundos del primer capítulo. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to a sudden and dramatic end with an official time of 2 minutes 54 seconds of the opening stanza. Your winner by way of knockout, el vencedor por knockout, el caballo, Eric Garibay.
The horse. Good to see Palomares up on his feet.
Yes.
And nice job by the cutman to stop the bleeding for now, but certainly probably stitches in his future.
Muchas ganas de ganar y de querer sobresalir en este deporte. Para mí es un sueño hecho realidad, aparte de pelear aquí en combate, ¿no? Para mí es un sueño y es el primero, ¿no? De muchos que tengo en mente y la verdad quiero cumplirlos todos, por eso vine y entrené muy duro para esta pelea.
Pienso que soy más joven, siento que tengo más energía y más hambre de esto.
Lo vi bien, la verdad, grande, muy bien preparado y concentrado para su objetivo, ¿no? Igual que casi todos.
Pues sí es más bajito que yo. He visto sus peleas, es un peleador fuerte, va para adelante, aguerrido y pues pienso que va a ser una pelea muy buena.
All right, we're ready for our next fight. Let's get it back to La Jaula and Lupe Contreras.
Entrando a la jaula, entering la jaula, Genaro Valdez.
All right, Genaro Valdez. Interesting backstory, fighting out of Tijuana, originally from Cabo San Lucas. And we know about the wherewithal of the fighters from Baja California. He's a good guy, and he has been training his fighter his coach, Pedro Canderos, has been involved in training Donald Cerrone and Joe Schilling, some of royalty in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, he's actually one of Donald Cerrone's main training partners, coming up from Tijuana, crossing the border and making it happen to train with the likes of Donald Cerrone. That's a very lucky position to be in, you know, when you're iron sharpens iron, and Donald Cerrone ain't no joke. Neither is Joe Schilling, I should add.
Joe Schilling, one of the best-known kickboxers, really in the last 20, 30 years, easy, ever.
Yeah, he's a stud.
But it's not about Joe Schilling, it's about Rayadito Valdez and Hilario Portales back to Lupe Contreras.
His opponent, Hilario Portales.
Here's a local kid. Fights out of a jiu-jitsu-based school here in Guadalajara named Wolfgang MMA. 3-0 in his prior. I mean, again, the mystery of the Mexican fighter is what makes these guys dangerous. We don't know who they fought, but there's something about the Mexican MMA scene. That unknown could be something that could be very dominant.
Yep. Hilario Portales is a BJJ champion in Mexican tournaments. He is a former Tang Sudo practitioner, one of 5 siblings. Used to play soccer, but said, you know what, I wasn't very good at that. So then he later fell in love with martial arts. He began to train Tang Sudo, and then he decided to leave that to start training MMA. So he has been training with the elite coach, Celso Bonilla, and he is excited to be making his Combate Americas debut. And there he is.
Coming out a little rock en español. He'll be rocking after this one. Lupe.
Damas y caballeros, continuamos con mucha más acción. Este duelo, 3 vueltas en la división peso ligero, ladies and gentlemen. We continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Chris Crail, Mariana Ramos y Alejandro Armenta. Presentando a la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. He steps in wearing black trunks, vestido de color negro. Su peso oficial, 155 libras y 3/4. His official weight, 155 3/4 pounds. Entra a la jaula de Combate Américas, invicto a nivel profesional con 2 victorias. He enters la jaula of Combate Américas undefeated as a pro with 2 victories. Oriundo de Cabo San Lucas, and fighting out of Tijuana, Baja California, Rayadito Genaro Valdez.
Showing every moment.
Su rival en la esquina roja. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the color red, vestido de color rojo. Su peso oficial, 153 libras y 3/4. His official weight, 153 3/4 pounds. Igual que su rival, entra a la jaula de Combate Américas invicto a nivel profesional con 4 victorias. Like his opponent, he too enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 4 victories. Representando a la Perla Tapatía, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Hilario Portales. El referee, Jason Herzog.
Gracias.
All right, let's go to the tail of the tape. And by the way, Rayadito Valdez enjoying the moment and the introduction and everything that comes with it. Here we go. Portales just 21, and he has a significant height advantage as well as 3-inch reach. And again, both making weight at the lightweight, both under 155.
And the biggest but, both of them undefeated. One of these O's must go. This is a big fight for both of these gentlemen.
And O's gotta go. Valdez in the black, taking the center of La Jaula, and he got caught with that straight left from Portales, who's got the home crowd behind him, and they got up for it. Quickly the takedown attempt. Oh, and over.
It slammed big time, and I wasn't expecting Valdez to take him down to the ground right away because of the striking training that he's been doing with Joe Schilling and Donald Cerrone. But he's proving that he's well-rounded and can go anywhere, but gets reversed by Portales, who is a BJJ competitor.
Portales looks the part, and he's trying to sink in rear naked.
Nice
Non-stop
job.
action.
He's gonna try to stretch him out with those hamstrings. Look, there it is.
He's
That's
got
over.
It. He set it up beautifully.
That's
Can't
in.
get out.
It's just a matter of time. I would be absolutely shocked if it goes further.
A minute in, Valdez spinning, trying, and he's out.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Wow, nicely done by Valdez. Way to fight through adversity. That choke was deep. He was dead in the water, and he reversed Portales, and he is now on top looking to give back some of that punishment.
That was about the most exciting minute of action you can get. Now a warning from our official Jason Herzog about the feet of Portales. He's got some big old feet that are trying to catch that fence. And now Valdez raining down some punches.
Nicely done by Portales. He is giving up his back, however.
And he goes for the rear naked.
Looking for his own rear naked, definitely.
This is crazy. They're going back and forth. And it's also like, how do you react? The counter react could be the game changer.
Portales needs to get his back to the mat. He needs to fight those hooks off of his back and not allow him to take his back so easily.
Valdez's face turned red like a tomate that first time, but now he is in control, and he's got the legs locked in. He goes for the rear naked choke again as Portales tries to get vertical.
Shake, shake, shake. He's trying to shake him off because he's a little too high, and he is successful. Takes the back, and let's see if he could finish this rear naked choke. He's getting a second chance right now.
Second bite of the cherry here for
And he
Portales.
needs to finish here. This is a finishing position for him. He had that rear naked choke so deep, and I just have a feeling that he just needed to get the perfect angle. But again, too hungry. He looks like he's about to fall off the top too. He needs to get back on the hips of Valdez.
Kind of slid over the top, and now they get to their feet.
Oh.
And to the delight of the crowd here, and the big knees, the first to make contact. Valdez looks a little sluggish there. Some wild punches and a big takedown there from Portales.
Beautiful job. Portales' strikes were technical, right on the button, very accurate, which allowed him to just shoot in for that double right out of a cannon. Beautifully done with the leg right in, trying to get this rear naked choke for the second time, but is he too hungry, too aggressive? He needs to settle his position and just calm down. You're winning. Just settle down.
Waits for it. There's a little, you see a little more patience here. He's not rushing in. Is it $3 for a $1 rear naked choke?
Oh, and he gets a little too high yet again, but let's see if
How
he
much
can
is
stay
that
on
if
the back.
Valdez has worked? Is it the body language where it's Portales slides down each time?
Yeah, he is, and if he could just even get his butt a little higher, then Portales would slide right off the top of his head. But Portales is a BJJ blue belt who has won many tournaments in BJJ competition. So this is a great spot for him to be. He's most comfortable here, and he's just making this fight, taking it into muddy, deep waters where he wants it and where he's going to be the most successful. And now he is in mount, raining down punches.
A minute to go.
A minute to go. He's got time to beat him into a submission.
Maybe Portales can get a little rest here along the way while he picks his next move, as he has the back of Rayadito.
He just needs to keep hitting with those, like, only one hand, you know, one hand on the mat and keep striking with the other. There it is again, but it's not quite underneath the chin. And this is just an exhausting position for Valdez to be in. He needs to get his back to the mat. He needs to get that hook off of his hip.
All right, Portales now raining down, but none of them really hitting the sweet spot as we have 15 seconds to go. And now he's getting the combinations in, but he's fighting against the clock.
Valdez is still
big elbows.
moving. And the referee is telling him, you gotta move.
He's trying to get an armbar underneath all of that.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna end a dominant round for Portales.
Wow, what a round. What a round. That was so exciting.
Yeah, Jason Herzog having that discussion with the Valdez corner. All right, highlights from the first round, and what a round it was.
All right, we got Portales riding the back of Valdez. He's looking for the rear naked choke, looking to sink that in, but Valdez tries to get back up on top and reverse him there. But nice job by hipping him over by Portales, gets into mount, rains down punches, and this was kind of the story of the fight for all of round one so far. It's just been Portales just riding him like a dog, and Valdez just trying to come up from behind however he can. Big swing and a miss, and a left hook that landed right on the button, and a right, shoots out of a cannon for a double leg, takes the back right away of Valdez, and gets in those great shots. Big, huge, heavy ground and pound again.
There's this rawness about Portales, but he has those glimmers of a spectacular fighter. Again, it could go either way, and MMA is promised to no one.
No respect given from Portales, which is something that I was wondering about. You know, 21-year-old kid, is he going to be, you know, intimidated by the fact that Valdez
he comes in with credentials,
right,
Valdez.
Training with Joe Schilling and Donald Cerrone. Is that intimidating? I mean, it is, but he don't care.
Portales very calm as he waits to see what Valdez will do, and then he reacts. Little left hook catches.
Very calm and always out of the way. Oh, except that, those big flurry punches.
Oh, it's changed here. Valdez with a little rest between rounds, making contact now.
Ooh.
And it's Portales rushing in. Now he's staying out of the reach.
Valdez just looks a little bit slower, and Portales is still really fast. And he's got a lot of mustard on those punches.
Oh, that one caught him.
Flurry of punches there. That last straight right got him right in the nose. Ooh, big, huge uppercut. Barely misses for Portales. Got poked in the eye, time.
Stop here, a little poke. Jason Herzog. And he tells the corner no coaching in between. As Portales now, we've had our second stoppage of the night. Referee stoppage.
Let's see.
Here's what wants the fingers. Yeah, right in that eye.
Yeah, that's an accident. That happens. You know, he's trying to frame him off, trying to make sure that he doesn't get to close the distance. But, you know, it happens.
When you're pushing him away, you're putting your hands like that.
Look at that use of the smartphone.
Even if I didn't get poked in the eye, I don't think I would want that smartphone iPhone light just like in my eyeball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would hurt anybody, I think, even if they didn't get poked in the eyeball.
It's okay. You need time? Time?
Do you need time? And Portales waves him off. We're ready to get this second round back underway.
Careful. Careful. It's good.
Great officiating thus far, and I'm sure it will remain that way. Here at Combate Guadalajara, it's Mexico, Spain. We're live on DAZN. Juliana Peña, Max Prados. We are thrilled to be with you on a Friday night.
Beautiful body kick, looking to slow down Valdez. Portales has got some great kicks there.
Oh,
perfect striking.
Short right.
Ooh.
Following it up.
His chin's always in the air when Valdez hits back, though. He needs to tuck that chin down.
He is a precise puncher, Portales.
He is very accurate.
You can see he's done his boxing, and it was really Valdez who was known as the striker coming in.
It might be that Tang Sudo background from Portales. Oh,
and
beautiful double leg.
And he takes the takedown after feeling some leather, and now he tries again. See if he can balance it a little better this time as Valdez turtles up.
Valdez got to get out of this position. There's a scramble, there's a reversal. He's on top. This is where he needs to be, but he has to be careful because Portales is gonna scoop out a Kimura there. He's got it. He's almost got it locked. Oh, that's deep.
No, he just can't get the bend in the elbow.
Good job by Valdez to be aware of that. He was about to be scratching the other side of his ear with his arm behind his back if he didn't do that.
Valdez in prime position here.
Valdez needs to be very careful. Portales is a jiu-jitsu practitioner and is really slick and comfortable on his back. What happened?
Jason Herzog saw something.
What did Jason see? It's got to be something good because Jason Herzog is one of the best referees that we got.
Well, Jason Herzog looked up. I think there was a lighting issue as well. Now everyone's... There is a... There is a light on fire. Well, that's a first. Great job by Jason Herzog to identify that. And we'll find out more at the deep.
Stay loose.
And Herzog, who's there in Mexico a lot with
There's a
Combate.
malfunction with the light. No. Can you tell them there's a malfunction with the light? We're just letting them address it real quick. Sparks are coming down. We don't want the fighters to get burned.
All right, you heard it with us.
Fire.
And you could see it when they're on the ground. The light went out for a moment.
Stay.
And sparks started to fly and maybe land on the fighters. Both fighters looked up as well to see exactly what was happening. But you could see just the light, looked like the lights went out for a moment.
Round number 2, and like I was saying before we had that momentarily pause, Valdez needs to be careful here. He's got the can opener. He's trying to work and open up the guard of Portales, but Portales is so comfortable on his back, so he needs to calm down and not get too hasty, or else he'll get caught in an armbar here, which it looks like Portales wants to swing out for.
All right, Valdez, that's a huge advantage, I would imagine, after that long layoff to come back and be able to take top position.
Well, good job by Jason Herzog to start him back in the position that they were, but sometimes you can get too hungry. Ooh. But Valdez is hip to the game. He knows that he's going to go for an armbar. Boom!
Portales with dexterity.
Body lock by Valdez, looking to defend the takedown with the head and arm guillotine choke as Portales. That can be tight. He's trying to cinch it in like you would a Darce. Ooh.
Is it he does have that arm for the Darce choke.
Going for the anaconda.
Oh, look at the face of Valdez. And what
guillotine.
is
Switches to a
underneath
guillotine.
of the guillotine?
Switches to a guillotine.
This is remarkable from Portales.
Oh, that's deep.
Oh, he still holds on. Great reaction from Valdez. And he has to relinquish the hold.
Nice, beautiful hip heist by Valdez.
That was 3 different chokes.
Dude, that
anaconda, Darce, into the guillotine.
Way to transition and way to just keep following it and just fight through adversity. Valdez did a beautiful job. His hips are nice and heavy here.
Now it's Valdez with less than a minute to go here in round number 2. It's felt like an eternity for these two guys out there. 2 stoppages in this fight, once because of the lights, once because of a poke in the eye.
I think it was from that big knee from the first fight. That gigantic knee took the lights out the first time, and then these guys swinging so hard they turned the lights out. Nicely done by Portales. He's going for a heel hook so that he could advance his position in this scramble.
I mean, Portales is made out of jelly. He can just move his legs to where his arms are and vice versa as Valdez unloads a few punches to the tail end of round 2, and Portales just looking to survive here.
Valdez is in a beautiful position to finish this fight. Just ride the hips and just start punching. And he's real heavy on the head, but Portales looking for the reversal. Again, going for the Kimura, maybe possibly swinging for an armbar, but the time is going to be an issue here.
End of a crazy round 2. I don't know if they think it's over. There you go, you got one more round, guys. They don't know which way is which. Guadalajara, Guadalajara. And we'll go to round 3. Round 1, Portales, I think pretty clear. How'd you see round 2?
Round 2, I definitely saw Valdez come up from behind when he got that reversal because Portales couldn't continue to keep the back. And a huge mistake by Portales when he had that guillotine, that head and arm guillotine. He had no angle, and then he tried to jump to mount. So let's take a look at the highlights. Valdez comes up, gets the body lock, and here it is again, Portales going for the head and arm guillotine. Mistake in that guillotine for not cutting the angle, but then he tried to go to mount. And instead of staying in mount, he left. And Valdez was able to hip heist north-south position and get back into side control, which is nicely done by Valdez.
All right, so now all the game plans out the window because these guys weren't even. Bravo, caballeros. Now let's see if they can bring it. It's all business now because this round may dictate who gets off to a 1-0 start in Combate Americas. Both fought really nice fights, but only one will lose the O.
Third and final for big flurry of punches by our mini Joe Schilling. Genaro Raidito Valdez. He's stuck on a double, stuck in a anaconda almost. He looks to go underneath that belly button, but he's out. Nicely done by Valdez, going for a rear naked choke. Ooh, let's see.
They both had a chance to finish the fight via the rear naked.
And he can finish it here again. He's got both hooks in. He needs to flatten his opponent out just like that, using the back of those hamstrings, using the back of those calf muscles to flatten your opponent out like a pancake. Get into mount, or just finish your fight from here. You got the hooks and just let it rain.
Juliana, since the stoppage to the lights, Portales has looked a different fighter. He doesn't have that exuberance, doesn't have the aggression, and he's been sitting there just taking punishment by and large.
I agree, and you gotta wonder, is the fact that their body cooled down, the adrenaline is down, their blood is not boiling as much. I said, you know, this fight's gonna go to whoever can focus and have that tunnel vision and just not let the lights affect them.
Oh, that's just too bad because
he's not fighting back.
Yeah, it looks, I wouldn't say he's tired, but there's nothing.
Stop the fight.
That's it. Portales didn't know it was the end of round 2 and then had nothing in round 3. And in a crazy fight that lasted a lot longer than 2.5 rounds, it is Rayadito who ends up victorious.
And Genaro Rayadito Valdez moves on to 3-0. I said one of these O's must go, and unfortunately it was Portales's. Valdez gets the stoppage via TKO in round 3, and way to stay focused. Beautiful job. Nice.
I think that's the key.
Yes.
Staying focused, and one fighter did a better job of it than the other.
Correct.
Damas y caballeros, una acumulación de golpes obliga al referee Jason Herzog a parar la contienda con un tiempo oficial de 1 minuto 37 segundos del último episodio. Ladies and gentlemen, a series of unanswered blows forces referee Jason Herzog to stop this bout with an official time of 1 minute 37 seconds of the third and final round. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, el vencedor por knockout técnico, y aún invicto, Rayadito, Genaro Valdez.
Coming up next, we continue these prelims which have exceeded expectations. It is Guillermo Memo Torres Cervantes, Caleb Bandido Montezuma.
Montezuma, what a last name.
Let's hear from the fighters.
Yo tengo la lucha olímpica, yo luché durante 14 años y fui a Juegos Olímpicos en el 2012, representé a México en el 2012 y medalla de plata en Juegos Panamericanos. Tengo un background de lucha fuerte.
Yo soy cinta azul de jiu-jitsu brasileño, soy campeón nacional y también regional varias veces. Yo el jiu-jitsu lo tengo de base en mis entrenamientos y no nada más soy un peleador de piso, también soy un peleador de pie, soy un striker. Yo entreno Muay Thai, entonces pues ahora sí que donde se quiera llevar la pelea estoy listo para llevarla sin ningún problema.
Pues lo veo con confianza en sí mismo, pero no lo veo muy amenazante.
Pues lo veo confiado como cualquier otro, pero pues o sea, uno viene a hacer su trabajo, ¿no? Yo sé a lo que vengo a ganar.
Este duelo, 3 vueltas en la división peso gallo. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds in the bantamweight division. Los jueces, the judges, Chris Crail, Emilio Valadez y Mariana Ramos. Presentando a la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de color rojo, wearing the red trunks. Su peso oficial, 134 libras y 3 cuartos, his official weight, 134 3/4 pounds. En su 6º combate a nivel profesional dentro de la jaula, con 3 victorias y 2 derrotas, he enters la jaula for the 6th time as a pro, with a record of 3 victories against 2 losses. De Puebla, Puebla, Caleb Bandido Montezuma. Su rival en la esquina roja, his opponent in the red corner. Vestido de color negro, he enters la jaula wearing the color black. detuvo la báscula a un peso idéntico de 134 libras y 3/4. He tipped the scales at an identical 134 3/4 pounds. Y entra a la jaula de Combate Américas invicto a nivel profesional con 2 victorias. He enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with a record of 2 victories. De pura sangre tapatilla, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Guillermo Memo Torres. El referee, Raúl Porrata.
Oh, it's loud.
El centro. Obedezcan mis comandos y protegen en todo momento, ¿ok? Regresen a su esquina y esperen a que yo empiece la pelea. Para allá, para allá.
Para allá.
Tiene que salir.
All right, tail of the tape here, our third fight of the night. The chance of Memo, he is 9 years the senior, height identical. Memo Torres with the 3-inch height advantage. We are fighting in the bantamweight division.
Moctezuma does not seem fazed by the fact that his opponent has like every sponsor on the roster.
I want to mention,
behind
by the way,
him.
I want to mention a couple quick things. Ali Barragan, who's a ring girl who does everything,
Yes.
presenter her birthday. We want to wish her happy birthday.
Happy
We just
birthday,
saw her.
Ali.
And you
Yes.
share the same birthday as Guillermo Torres.
Yes, Guillermo
August 19th.
Torres, August 19th, my fellow Leo brother and former Olympic wrestler. Let's see what he can do.
Let's see if a little of that birthday
Juju.
good juju vibes can help Memo Torres.
Moctezuma is not backing down at all. He's just right in his face. I love it.
By the way, for our English-speaking audience, nickname Memo is just the abbreviation for Guillermo, which is the equivalent of William.
Guillermo.
So
Now
if
this
you're
is-
Guillermo, you're usually Memo.
Yes, this is the thing about the wrestling. Once you establish being such a master in one martial arts, it's really kind of a weird world to master another one, and you can see that Cervantes has to do that because he is a wrestler, but can he strike?
In Combate, which in a smaller cage, strikers reign supreme. So he has to adjust here, and we'll see how he's able to do that.
And you know what? If you can't strike, that's fine, but can you strike to a clinch so that you can implement your game plan and get your hands locked around this guy?
We tried to flip him over the suplex there. It didn't work out.
That's happened to me one time. Oh my gosh, he went
could be
for
in
the
trouble.
suplex and got reversed. But he knows how to wrestle, and it's called chain wrestling, and he's going to get the takedown.
This is an Olympic wrestler, and there's the wrestling skills. And he traps the legs of Moctezuma.
And even if he did get him threw him on top of him, who cares? Because he knows eventually he is going to get the takedown. However it looks, might not look pretty, but eventually he knows, you know, even if it hits the ground, that's what I want. I want it to hit the ground. So if it's not perfect, if I don't get this position that I want, eventually I will, and you're seeing that right now. He needs to pull those shoulder blades off of the jaula if he wants to secure his takedown. And he does not.
And it's Memo Torres flying some right hands as he tries to dig in on that underhook up against La Jaula. Bandido back on the fence.
Holding on to the jaula. He gets a warning.
Our official Raúl Porrata. It is Bandido Moctezuma in the red shorts.
If I'm Moctezuma, I know that this guy wants to take me down, right? So I'm doing everything all camp long to stay up on my feet, and he's doing a great job of getting back to his feet and defending the takedown here.
Memo Torres victorious, as Juliana touched on, against Mario Tena in our last card back in October here in Guadalajara. A decorated wrestler. Oh, the spinning elbow.
The wrestler hit a right hand from hell. Oh my goodness.
Gets some distance and he goes for the takedown. That is trademark right there.
Beautiful textbook double leg. Nicely done by Memo Torres. Securing that back position.
And the knee on the side. That's tough to do, to get your knee up there when you're almost on the ground.
Memo's doing a good job of holding on to that back, but Moctezuma is smart. He's holding on to his gloves. He's not letting Torres make it easy to get his hands free. Memo. Excuse me, Memo Torres. I'll just call him Guillermo. I'll just call him his name.
That's what his mama called him. I'm going to call him Guillermo.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the
Nicely
spin out there by
done.
Torres. Oh, Porrata's going to let Moctezuma get up.
Nicely done.
Oh, the knee caught him.
Big knee, followed with the left hook.
Big kick there by Torres to return the favor.
Moctezuma needs to jack that underhook up to the sky.
Oh, big knees into the leg.
Oh, he's going for his own little takedown there.
Little hip toss.
He's abandoning that underhook, and I don't know why he did that. Pulling guard, that's why.
Yeah, there you go.
He had double unders, or excuse me, double overs, and he pulls guard. Let's see what his game plan is here. He's
maybe up to something here.
maybe gonna use the jaula so that he can swing out for an armbar, but Guillermo Torres is doing a beautiful job with head position, and then he's probably going to kick him off the fence here so that he can't use it.
At the very least, he is quelling Torres, at least for a moment. Torres gets some separation and starts to fire down. Under a minute to go here in the first round. It may not get in the second round if this continues.
Beautiful job done.
Side control.
Yes, Guillermo Torres. Heavy shots, went to the body, then goes to the head, and those hurt. Straight in the mount.
Down in the mount. Does he have time? We'll see how the submission game is. We're not sure that's his forte, but he's showing you a lot in this opening round. And this is a guy who's advancing his MMA game.
Reversal by Moctezuma. Nice, and he returns the punishment to Guillermo Torres.
He's getting some leather on there.
Oh. Gets out of that ankle heel hook that Moctezuma was trying to do to advance his position and just rains down heavy, giant punches. There he goes again from a different angle. Big, huge shots to the body and then to the head. Body, body, head.
Hitting them ribs.
Textbook.
Yeah, his corner putting Diego Lopez.
Cervantes can't play the striking game here in round two. He needs to get that takedown, secure that takedown, close the distance immediately.
We'll see what round two can provide in a even Stevens first round. ¿Qué pasa, Guadalajara? Aquí estamos.
Listo, listo, a pelear.
Round number two. Kaylee Moctezuma, Guillermo Memo Torres. Moctezuma hitting him. A lot of those body shots into the ribs, into the liver from time to time from Moctezuma.
You know what? You got to switch it up. I'm not just coming down 1-2s.
Takedown.
I'm going with body kicks, but wow. Guillermo Cervantes Torres shoots out of a cannon yet again, gets that big, huge double leg.
Oof.
And he's had enough. He means business. He's sick of this.
Unfurling some big kicks into the side. And Moctezuma says, bring it.
Yes.
And he says, okay. But Moctezuma's trying to get him into his world, and Memo Torres is not going. Crowd's enjoying it, though.
Back to the feet, back to the center of the jaula. And look for Moctezuma to switch it up. He's going up top, he's going down below.
Big right.
Woo.
Big right from Moctezuma, caught Torres square.
Bigger double leg by Torres. Nicely done. Way to get that takedown. That's impressive. You're getting a flurry of punches on you, and then you just hit a double leg out of nowhere. It's beautiful, beautifully done. It's almost like he closes his eyes and he can make it happen.
Trying to get that control of that arm is Memo Torres in the prime position.
So their moves, those double leg moves, are something that he doesn't even think about, or something that he doesn't have to try that hard to do because he's been doing it for so long, being an Olympic wrestler.
Moctezuma doing nice not to give Memo Torres a stationary target.
No breathing room, and that's the way to finish this fight. You got to stay on this guy super tight. Do not let him back up. You work so hard to take him down. Make sure that he stays in your territory.
Oh, they can hear that throughout the Arena Coliseo.
Back to his feet is Moctezuma. He needs an underhook. The Wizard's fine, but you got to get off of the jaula. These judges, they see you pinned on the jaula, and that plays into their mind when they're judging these fights. Get your back off of the jaula. Reverse him. Get an underhook.
Moctezuma, there's times when you think where he may succumb, but there he is, still fighting, still being active, showing great fitness throughout.
Torres looks like he's a bit tired, but gigantic flying knee, and that lands He needs to do it again, and he cannot be on the timing of Montezuma. Beautiful double leg again.
The takedowns have been there.
Torres's takedowns are just textbook. They're beautiful. Looks like he shoots out of a cannon every time. And sometimes you're faced up against a brick wall and you can't take this person down, but not with Torres. He finishes and completes and runs through that brick wall to get those double leg takedowns every time.
I tell you, there are some players in the NFL that wish they could have that takedown in their tackling at that pace as they spin out like a boa constrictor there. The one thing about Torres is we got the takedowns. What have you seen from him other than that says he might be able to finish the job here?
I want him to secure his position. There is enough. He has so many times where he can just get on top, stay on top. He's not in a very big of a threat with these heel hooks and ankle locks, so I just want him to get on top and stay on top. There's nothing there, as you can see, but he does a great job of spinning out. Let's see, look for him to take the back here, and he does. Now finish your fight.
Torres, who retired from wrestling and then caught the eye of MMA.
You gotta secure these hips of Montezuma. He's squirrely. Stay in one position. Don't try to knee him to the body, because the second that you knee him to the body, the balance is all off, and then he spins and tries to get his guard back, and he's in a better position than he was before. So just control those hips. Stay heavy on those hips.
Steady flow of knees by Torres. He's got a good hold of those wrists, does Montezuma. Now the rodilla into the back.
Not the back, the hips. The back would be illegal. I can't knee to the spine. But I see what you mean.
Thank you. I see what you mean.
Yes.
We don't want no disqualifications.
Don't let him roll to his guard.
He's got him pinned down there.
He does. He needs to just pass, though. Hold your position. Okay, steady. Sit in for a guillotine or maybe take the back. Secure your position. Nicely done, though. Torres is transitioning everywhere Montezuma wants to roll. He's one step ahead of the game. He's always thinking one step ahead, like if it was a game of chess, and making sure that Montezuma is always having to play catch up. He doesn't know where he's going, but Torres is doing a great job of imposing his will so that Montezuma always has to move and hold all of Torres's weight, which is very exhausting.
End of the second round, and Memo Torres is fighting a great fight, but he just can't get a sight line on Montezuma. Every time he feels he has something brewing, Montezuma moves.
He's squirrely.
He does.
I like it.
I like it too, and it's a great way to live in this industry. Montezuma is surviving, and he looks like he still has wind in those sails.
Looking for a heel hook, but not quite there. Looking to use that heel hook to advance his position, but gets put back on his back, and Torres just follows it. Beautiful elbow, beautiful right hand, great ground and pound by Torres.
And again, you see he just was able to stay out of the reach. Just when it felt like for Memo Torres he had advantage, Montezuma changes the target. And it looks like Memo Torres is taking a little bit more of the barrage there, of the damage, as a short embrace.
Montezuma doesn't make it easy on Torres. He's not a sitting duck. He's not a stationary target. The second that he gets put on the ground, he's moving, he's scrambling, he's underhooking, he's trying to advance his position.
Even
everywhere
now.
he goes, exactly. You don't know where this guy's coming. He's coming up top, he's coming to the body. He's going to the body, he's coming up top.
That's a great point. I think this is really good from his corner. They're saying just don't give him something he can hit. And it's starting to frustrate Memo. And maybe this third round, where fitness comes in large, that's where Montezuma can get an advantage. Wild roundhouse kick misses from Torres.
Big, huge baseball bat, swing and a miss. But it was nice. He flicked it up there, that's for sure.
It was nice, but it eats up more energy. And Montezuma there, he continues to move and pivot.
Not a stationary target. Also needs to be careful with those kicks because he is facing such a high elite wrestler like Torres.
There's not much behind those kicks.
Torres has a kick
Caught
of his
the lead
own.
leg. Not much action here as they size the final act here.
I think Torres is just waiting for his opportunity. He knows that Montezuma is going to open himself up enough to get a takedown.
Almost there, as there was a little daylight. That time a good combination gets through. And can there be a little more sting behind those punches? Could be the difference. Knee to the stomach. That second one looked like it hurt.
Those are gigantic
Oh,
knees to the solar plexus, and those take the wind right out from underneath you. Beautifully done. Nice Muay Thai plum clinch right behind the back of the head from Torres, and he implements his own will coming forward. He's not waiting for him to kick him so he can shoot a double leg. He definitely went out and got that.
Goes for the takedown. I'll tell you what, that Muay Thai clinch was about as good as we've seen any control hold that Memo Torres has had, as he was able to unload some big knees. The takedown now. More
Nicely
knees.
done. He gets those shoulder blades on the Jaula. That's a 2-point takedown for Torres. Of course, we're not counting points here, but in wrestling, double leg, that's 2.
It would be great if it was that for Memo Torres. He would have a huge advantage, but it's not. And now Moctezuma covering up. He looks like, I think those knees may have done a fair amount of damage, because he doesn't appear to be the same fighter as he tries to take the back.
I like how he has that spiral right in, but I would like him to stay on that spiral right and just start punching with one hand so that the ref sees that Montezuma is, you know, covering up, excuse me, and not really answering back.
This is great from Torres. He softens up the left side like Rocky Balboa in the butcher's shop with the tenderizing of the meat. Then he goes to the right side and delivers some knees, and those have to hurt.
Talk about a Charlie horse.
Oh,
You ever had a Charlie horse?
how much? I have one right now.
I know.
I did hit myself, so some would call it a dead leg.
Yes, dead leg. There you go.
So there's some communication here, but Memo Torres, Moctezuma's losing his shorts a little bit.
Montezuma needs to answer back.
He's been getting beat up in this third round.
Yes, he has. It is all Memo Torres here. Memo Torres. Guillermo, I should say, his formal name. Guillermo Torres on top, looking to finish this fight.
He probably has it here if he just continues to squeeze out this third round. Elbows into the side. And Raul Poratas.
I mean, he was working on the ground.
I can't.
He was throwing punches.
And look at Torres' face. Hey, por favor.
Whatever, if the clock's still going.
I mean, this may favor Torres in the big picture. He's definitely got this round. Maybe in his best interest to avoid any entanglements.
Coming out in the southpaw position, which might be the way that he likes to shoot, because he is an orthodox fighter, but he probably likes to shoot from his right side stance. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Another takedown.
Here it comes. And nicely done.
Less than 30 seconds to go here. Final round.
Got to be careful because Montezuma has a Kimura locked in, but he doesn't quite have it on that elbow joint. And Torres will be free momentarily, but Montezuma is trying to hold on to that glove for dear life so that he can't strike with that left hand.
He must have delivered 50, 60, if not more, knees into the body of Moctezuma. They have definitely taken their toll, and it probably should be enough for Memo Torres as the fight ends.
Chiseled out of a rock.
Yeah, looking to go 2-0.
Born on August 19th, the best day of the entire year.
Because you were born on it?
Yes.
That's it?
I was born on 11/11 too. I'm born to be great.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's good. I asked my parents what time of the hour I was born, and their answer, we don't remember.
It's on your birth certificate.
Yes, we go. True story. The knees, the takedown, the knees. Good recipe for success.
Yeah, he always went somewhere unknown. You know, you thought he was going to hit you in the head, he's hitting you in the body with his knees. You thought he was going to hit you in the body with the knees, and he hits you in the head. Nicely done by Guillermo Torres Cervantes. He was all over Montezuma from beginning to end. Beautiful textbook takedowns. Followed him in every spot. Montezuma could never recover. He could never get ahead. And that's a great win for him.
Just waiting for the official decision. Got his shirt on, and we are ready for that as we go inside La Jaula and Lupe Contreras.
Damas y caballeros, después de completar las 3 vueltas, los jueces están de acuerdo entregando tarjetas idénticas de 30 a 27. Ladies and gentlemen, after going all 3 rounds, the judges turned in identical scores of 30 to 27. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Los 3 a favor del ganador por decisión unánime. De pura sangre tapatía. Guillermo Memo Torres.
To hear Lupe Contreras say pura sangre tapatía, that gets the blood boiling. That's good stuff.
Para mí es un placer pelear aquí en Guadalajara. Nunca había visitado, es la primera vez que yo vengo a Guadalajara y pues está súper padre conocer y pelear aquí.
El alma me motiva, saber que todos vienen a apoyarme y pues qué más Dios, ¿no? Siento que tengo a Dios de mi lado, que tengo un angelote que diario me cuida y pues soy bien guerrera, entonces ella soy siempre, aunque me peguen, sea como sea, siempre voy al frente, al frente, al frente, tengo un corazonzote y pues, no, también ella, pero no tan grande como el mío.
La he visto muy confiada, fuerte y bueno, pues se ve fuerte.
Sé que es una peleadora guerrera, que le gusta ir hacia el frente, le gusta meter presión y pues a mí también va a estar muy chido, me siento también muy segura, va a ser un buen combate.
We continue with much more action, and we celebrate International Women's Day with a bout set for 3 rounds. 2 ladies of La Jaula at a catch weight of 120 pounds. The judges are, los jueces son Chris Crail, Alejandro Armenta y Emilio Valadez. Presentando a la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestida de color negro, she steps in wearing the black trunks. Su peso oficial, 123 libras y media, her official weight, 123½ pounds. En su 5º combate dentro de la jaula, con récord de 2 victorias y 2 derrotas. She enters la jaula for the 5th time as a pro, with a record of 2 victories and 2 losses. De la capital azteca, la Ciudad de México, DF, Heréndida, Aquetzali, Ordóñez. Su rival en la esquina roja, her opponent in the red corner. Vestida de negro, she also steps in wearing black. Her official weight, 118¾ pounds, su peso oficial, 118 libras y 3 cuartos. Entra a la jaula, invicta a nivel profesional con 3 victorias. She enters la jaula, undefeated as a pro with a record of 3 victories. De San José de Gracia, Michoacán, Paulina Vargas. El referee, Jason Herzog.
Folks, we've had a great night, and we're barely getting started. We have some spectacular prelims still coming. Then we have the main event, the co-main event. We've got Ghost Pepper on the card. Head-to-head between Ordóñez and Vargas. Vargas, 7 years older, 3 inches taller, and 3 inches longer via the reach.
Listo. Listo.
And Vargas is a fire plug, unbeaten in her MMA career, making her combate debut. Erendira Ordóñez, her 2nd fight in combate, 0-1 after the defeat to Amanda Serrano.
And Paulina Vargas coming out stalking Ordóñez. She's training partners with Alexa de Grasso and Irene Aldana. So when you're training with those girls, you know that you got a tough fight ahead of you because those girls are tough.
Big kick, lead leg. Erendira Ordóñez looking a step slower compared to Vargas, who does the spinning kick into the midsection.
Ooh, nice teep kick.
Everything missing from Ordóñez. We came in a bit heavy, looks a little heavy in the punches.
Yeah, Ordóñez is a big practitioner in Shan Xiao, which is a Chinese martial art. Real good in that. That's where she started in her mixed martial arts journey.
Just a reminder, we get used to the 4 or 5 main groups as Vargas got too close and got caught.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Now
Nicely
Ordóñez.
done by Ordóñez. Vargas.
For the guillotine,
Yes.
potentially got that arm locked under.
Sit in on that, girl.
I mean, but
Nicely done by Ordóñez to clock her. She dropped her like a sack of potatoes. She has a head and arm guillotine. I'd like to see her switch it to a regular guillotine or at least pull for it because that's deep. That's so deep.
just moving that chin as much as she can.
Cut your angle, girlfriend.
But I'll tell you, Vargas still pretty active with her strikes.
It is International Women's Day. She needs to cut that angle if she wants this to be a threat. She needs her right elbow. Her right elbow needs to be up at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock on the clock. It's more at 9 o'clock. I need to have it at 12.
Jason Herzog trying to see the face of Vargas to see if the discomfort level. So far, she looks all right as she's keeping vertical.
Vargas
doesn't look like it's much of a hold.
Vargas is doing a good job of shoulder pressuring that, which is the defense. She's sticking that left shoulder right into the chest, which is taking all of the pressure off.
Paulina Vargas is the local fighter, and you could hear the chants of Paulina.
The more that Vargas goes to her right side, the more she hangs herself in the guillotine. She needs to stay to the left side, arc camera left, if she doesn't want this guillotine to be threatening.
She's out.
She pulls her head out. Nicely done.
And now she drops a big elbow. How much did that take out of Vargas? Or pardon me, Ordóñez.
Nicely done by Vargas to get out of that guillotine. She needs to watch out for that head, though. Nicely done again. Big, huge right hook for Ordóñez.
As you can see, Ordóñez looks the much bigger fighter.
Yep, she came in a few pounds heavier. They are at a catch weight.
They were going to start at 115. They're in the straw weight, and they agreed at 118, and they agreed to 120.
Yep.
And Ordóñez came in at 123.
Yeah.
Vargas came in at 118. That's a good kick.
Both ladies with the body kicks. Nice teep kicks for space and distance from Ordóñez. Nice leg kick, and again!
Oh, big left!
Yes!
Ordóñez now takes him out in control. Vargas tries to squirm out.
Triangle. There's a triangle there. Watch out, Vargas.
That might have something as Vargas now everything in out except the arm.
Nicely
reverses
done.
position.
Beautifully done by Vargas. And she's out of there. She goes to throw her own punches, and she woke up. She's realizes now, I am in a fist fight.
Vargas, all three of her pro fights ended in either a TKO, KO, or submission.
Big, huge left hook from Vargas, but Ordóñez is all over her.
I mean, they have emptied the chamber here in this first round. If they go a second, it'll be interesting to see what they have left. A minute to go.
Head and arm for Ordóñez. Looking for that takedown, but Vargas stays on her feet.
Now big knee. Oh, and a left hand catches her, follows it with the right.
These girls got granite chins. Both of them still on their feet after they're swinging for the fences.
Ordóñez missed with her punches. Vargas, oh, that one caught her and brought her down, and Vargas quickly looks to take. No.
Up. Ordóñez needs to get up. Ordóñez, get up. But Vargas doing a great job of holding on to her ankle. If you can see there with her left hand, she's got her right foot trapped. So it's making it hard for her to stand back to her feet. Beautifully done by Vargas. But she's got the fence to help her to stand back up. And she goes to her back instead.
Unloading. Vargas has been the active fighter except being caught in that guillotine attempt as we reach the end of the first round. Sin ton ni son. We go from here. Fatigue may be an issue. We'll see who has the fitness level higher than the other. And you're right about Ordóñez's chin. It's not budging.
Both of their chins, my goodness. These girls are clocking each other.
All right, round number 2. We are at Combate Guadalajara. Vargas taking the middle of La Jaula.
And Ordóñez is doing a great job of kicking the legs out from underneath Vargas. She's not able to get those punches off because Ordóñez keeps kicking the legs right from out from underneath her. It's a great strategy.
Oh, that one catches that lead leg, and then Ordóñez tries to respond. Nothing with that left kick, but the right kick does connect. The left one don't get you, the right one will.
And those are heavy kicks. They're moving them. they're moving her.
Vargas pivots nicely. Good movement from Ordóñez to get out of a sticky spot there.
Vargas with the teep kick, and here comes a flurry again.
I tell you, the wind looks pretty good for these two.
Ooh, big, huge overhand, swing and a miss for Ordóñez, and Vargas is just stalking her.
Vargas got to be careful not to leave that chin out there too long.
Ordóñez is a little wild in her punches, and not only is that an energy zapper, but it's also making it so that her opponent can see that and telegraph that and get out of the way.
Well, Vargas is giving Ordóñez a target, and remember, Ordóñez is a kickboxing gold medalist in the Sanshu, as you mentioned, and knows how to throw.
She does, and she's got a big, huge overhand right, and she's looking for a home for it, but Vargas tees off, Muay Thai clinch, puts her opponent on the mat.
Vargas is very precise. She's not going to go down there, but Ordóñez has to find another gear here.
Ordóñez sucking Wheaties. She looks tired.
I tell you what, folks, the Juliana Peña book of terminology is as good as it gets.
Ooh. Ordóñez needs to not be a stationary target. You see Vargas is stalking her. She needs to be first. She needs to be throwing her punches and implementing her game plan, because when she gets her back up against the Jaula, she becomes a sitting duck, and it's a lot more dangerous instead of her coming forward and doing her own dance. Like this. This is where I like to see her.
Ordóñez will take a couple to give one.
And those are the scariest fighters.
Sure thing, as Vargas is making these precise punches, beautiful puncher, but not enough power to hurt Ordóñez. That one did, overhand right. Ordóñez responds. We got a Donnybrook. We got a Pier Sixer. Vamos!
Ordóñez ain't going away. She says, you better pack a lunch, girl, because I'm here to stay. And you're going to have to do a lot more than that to get me out of here.
Precise punching again from Vargas, but Ordóñez does not go.
Oh, Ordóñez just needs to have a little bit of mustard on it if she wants those to be dangerous punches.
One power punch.
There's a big teep kick.
Determine this one.
Nicely done by Vargas to put her combinations together. She drops her.
I don't know if that's wanting to go to the ground or
she's tired.
She's tired.
She's exhausted.
She's got just under 2 minutes to go here in the second round.
And that seems like an eternity.
Those punches still connect from Ordóñez, almost with that big shot. This might be it, and it's over.
Oh, she got poked in the eyeball.
Jason Herzog stops the fight as Ordóñez was running on empty.
And that was a beautiful job done by Vargas. Tough fight for Ordóñez, but it almost seems to me like she was quitting right in front of our eyeballs there.
She went down to see maybe she could get the fight down. Vargas says, not interested. Get to your feet, let's party.
She got poked in the eyeball. Immediately when Jason stopped the fight, she held onto her eye and said, I got poked in the eye. I didn't quite see it. Maybe the replay will show it, but nicely done for Paulina Vargas to smell blood and stay on her. She was stalking her the entire time. Big, huge flurry of punches. Real accurate. Way to stay in the pocket and continue to trade. Big, stiff stick right in the eye of Ordóñez. Here comes a big jab. Boom. Beautifully done by Vargas to stay on her opponent. She smelt blood like a shark in the water, and she stayed on her. Gonna see a bit. Dropped her. Vargas dropped Ordóñez, and Ordóñez, she didn't really seem like she wanted to get back up and keep fighting, you know? Jason's like, are you good? And she just kind of kept looking at Jason like, you gonna stop this or no?
It's been a great night for the referees. They've had an eye poke, a groin shot, sparks coming off the lights above, and an interesting situation for Herzog with obviously a very tired fighter, and how she didn't take a lot of punishment punch-wise, strike-wise, but he knew she probably should not have continued any further, and the fight ends there.
And Vargas is coming out of that Lobo gym, the famed Lobo gym, with Alexa de Grasso and Irene Aldana. So those are her training partners, and those are incredible women to be training with on a daily basis. Lobo MMA is a very strong gym below the border there in Mexico, and we love
Jason
them.
Herzog a parar la contienda con un tiempo oficial de 1 minuto 39 segundos del segundo episodio. Ladies and gentlemen, a series of unanswered blows. obligates referee Jason Herzog to call a halt to this contest with an official time of 1 minute 39 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by technical knockout, declarando la ganadora por knockout técnico y aún invicta, Paulina Vargas.
Coming up next, we're going big. Goliath, El Chihuahua, Alejandro Solorzano, and Jaime Arevalo in the heavyweight division. Let's hear from the guys.
Represento con mucho orgullo a mi tierra chihuahuense y a mi tierra potosina, pero venimos a esta linda tierra de Guadalajara a dejar todo en la jaula, a dar una muy buena pelea mañana.
Pelear ante mi gente, ante mis tapatíos, siempre va a ser para mí una motivación extra. Mi familia, vienen mis amigos, la barra 51 del Atlas, entonces yo voy a estar bien acompañado aquí, estoy seguro de eso.
Tenemos lo mismo, simplemente va a ganar el mejor, el que se ha preparado más. Tenemos simplemente lo mismo, igual que cualquiera de las personas que van a pelear en esta cartelera. Somos una persona con dos brazos, con dos piernas, con el mismo cerebro, la misma capacidad, pero simplemente que se haya dedicado más, el que se haya preparado más, va a salir con la mano en alto y esperemos que así sea.
Va a ser una gran batalla mañana, viene muy feliz, nos conocimos hace poco, hace un mes, en una liga, ahí peleando. Hoy nos toca disputar una pelea entre los dos, va a estar buenísimo el evento.
We continue with much more action. The big boys of La Jaula. 3 rounds in the heavyweight division. The judges are Chris Crail, Mariana Ramos y Alejandro Armenta. Presentando a la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de color verde, he steps in wearing green. His official weight, 265 3/4 pounds. Su peso oficial, 265 libras y 3/4. Entra a la jaula de Combate Américas, invicto a nivel profesional, con récord de 8 victorias. He enters la jaula, undefeated as a pro, with a record of 8 victories. De Hidalgo de Parral, Chihuahua, Jaime, el Chihuahua Arevalo. Su rival en la esquina roja, his opponent in the red corner. Vestido de color rojo, wearing the red trunks. His official weight, 265 1/2 pounds. Su peso oficial, 265 libras y media. En su séptimo combate dentro de la jaula, con récord de 4 victorias y 2 derrotas. He enters la jaula for the 7th time as a pro with a record of 4 victories and 2 losses. El titán tapatillo de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Alejandro Solorzano. El referee Raúl Porrata.
Ya su esquina.
Tail of the tape, and we're going to need a lot of tape. 6'5" to 6 feet, the reach 6 inches, and we have a massive reach of 79 inches. Weight is the same, though.
Pay attention to those shorts on the right-hand side, those ringside boxing shorts. Jaime El Chihuahua has had over 60 amateur boxing fights before transitioning to his 8-0 professional record in MMA.
These two guys with the big job of trying to get heavyweight onto the ledger at Combate Americas. We are underway. It is Solorzano in the red. Last time we saw him here after his victory, he challenged Alberto Del Rio to a fight. So this is one confident dude.
And I think that Alberto Del Rio might take up that challenge. I definitely hear rumors that he does have the itch to get back inside the jaula, and who not better to fight for than us.
The one difference, Alberto Del Rio is in fine physical form. He is lean and mean.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you're going to win. I mean, you could carry a little extra weight.
Well, let me tell you.
But you use that. These guys know how to fight. You can see the way they take their posture.
Yes, I will tell you that Solorzano has made it his mission to put these heavyweights on notice and to make this heavyweight division be on notice in Combate. I meant to say about his Coliseum tattoo that gladiators used to fight in the Coliseums. So he's not as tall as the Coliseum. He's more like, you know, the Eiffel Tower maybe, or the Leaning Tower of Pisa, something way taller, because he is gigantic. He is definitely the larger party here, but he is a gladiator, and we saw that in his last fight, and we are seeing that now. He trains out of Loba MMA, and that is a tough, tough gym in Mexico.
He's got a big grin on his face all the time, and he's put on some muscle mass since we last saw him. That was a priority for him. He's got good hands, although right now they are keeping very close in a defensive posture. Neither here nor there for these two fighters, as we have completed a minute and a half in this opening round. By this time, the last time we saw Solorzano, he was just dropped from 6 feet above to the ground by Mike Villarreal.
And not only that, but he was exhausted, and he said, I want to take this a little bit more serious. So like you said, Max, he has put on more muscle, he has taken his training camps a lot more seriously, and he's nice and cool and composed in there. Cool as a cucumber, being super patient, waiting for his openings, and looking to get that one shot off that he needs, because all these guys do is, as heavyweights, all they need is one shot.
Lupe Contreras called him El Titán Tapatío, and the word Tapatío to describe people from Jalisco, which Solorzano is one, and we know Arévalo from Chihuahua. Nothing of note thus far, halfway through this first round. Good body shot there by Arévalo, and you know, when you're carrying that much weight, fitness and body shots could take a toll. A little peppering of the jabs.
Big, huge looping left hook from Arévalo.
Very precise punching from Solorzano. He is keeping it very direct.
His guard is very tight. And then on top of a tight guard, you got to be able to punch up that high.
Yeah.
And you can see Solorzano is definitely the taller party here. He's just big and tall, and he's the more physically opposing fighter.
This is going to look like a boxing match,
yeah,
pretty much from pillar to post. Solorzano's, for a man that size, pretty quick hands. Little feint of a punch from Arévalo.
And if he wanted to put the division on notice, he's going to need to turn it up and switch into a different gear, because Arévalo is being, in my opinion, the busier fighter. He's been throwing a lot more punches.
A lot more volume there.
And volume to the body. I've been seeing him throw leg kicks. I see him trying to backpedal and get his stance better so that he can throw better punches.
I think with Arévalo, you see his size. If you imagined him as a little leaner, with the same movement, you would say that's an effective boxer. He's a big guy.
Yeah, big,
but
huge
he's good with
overhand.
his feet. He looked the feet move. Now he catches it with the jab.
He switches it up too. He's jabbing to the body, he's jabbing up high. He's throwing in the inside leg kicks. He's doing a good job of kind of making Solorzano go to his pace. Go at his pace, excuse me.
The problem is missing with the power punches when he swings for the fences. Can't catch Solorzano, who has kept it very close to the vest. Good movement of the head. Again, fundamentally sound as a boxer is Arévalo. He got that leg up high. Oh, the band. Strike it up.
Goliath.
He's done very little.
He has. And can Jaime Villalobos, Arévalo, can he be our David? Can he slang that rock and take Goliath down? He only needs one. Maybe he can come and get that, throw that rock, slang that rock, excuse me, with that big old right hand we've been seeing in round 2.
I didn't even think about that. I feel like should have, especially now we're entering Lent, I should know. I should open up the Bible a little bit more.
It was Ash Wednesday.
I know.
Where have you been? Did you not take your ashes? What are you giving up?
I haven't decided yet.
Good.
But I had a steak sandwich for dinner, which is not a great idea either. On a Friday.
It's Friday. You're not supposed to be eating meat.
I'm an open book. I'm here to tell you.
I don't know if, I'm not Catholic, but you know, you give up something for 40 days, like let's say you give up alcohol, and then on the 40th day, you're like, time to get drunk, you know, and go crazy. It's
I don't think that's, I mean, by the 40th day, you say, I could still not drink.
Right, and that's how it should be. You shouldn't like give up something and then just go binge on it on the 40th day. That's kind of like, it's almost like an excuse.
Technically, since Lent's begun. I haven't drank, so maybe I can keep it going.
Yeah, go for 40 days.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Let's see if we can.
I did have plenty of coffee,
Yeah.
so that's off the books.
Well, we are here down south with the good stuff. This coffee.
Cafecito.
Ooh, right into the veins. Nice leg kick
That's
by Goliath. And the inside.
I think he got told something from his corner. He goes, "Let's get the activity going."
Yes.
And he starts quickly in the opening 10 seconds, and there's a reaction from Arévalo.
Arévalo. Can I just call him David?
You.
And the other
Juliana,
one, Goliath?
you've got carte blanche. You are the star. You can say and do whatever you want.
Thanks, but it's just an analogy, you know, because Goliath
David
here
versus
is just,
Goliath.
Yes, exactly. And
This is David here is much bigger than the biblical David.
yeah. Well, how do we know? We just know that he was the smaller party. We don't know if he was a heavyweight.
That's Peña, you hit me with you hit me with the facts.
Anyways, back to the
All right,
fight.
it's interesting to check out the footwork.
Yes. And I love how Arévalo is never a stationary target. He's always moving. And he's always throwing. Boom, boom.
Oh, he almost walked into a knee, but you
Big,
can hear
huge
he
left
caught.
hook.
Kind of looks off Sol Arezano to say, "No, not impressed thus far. Bring it." He's trying to get, I would imagine, Sol Arezano away from that guard, that protective stance he is pretty much held from the jump.
Now, Arévalo hit Goliath with a big, huge left hook, but before he could do it, he had to throw a two-piece combination before he had that opening, and I would like to see him do that again. I think he had went to the body, and then he came up top with a beautiful left hook that hit flush. He just needs to do it again.
The one thing for both these, and more so for Sol Arezano, if he can connect on one of those punches, it could be lights out. Now, blood is coming from the nose of Arévalo, so there is the case in point. Sol Arezano has not connected on the punches, but the ones he has made his opponent bleed.
That big, huge left hook is money for Arévalo, but I will say, yeah, Arévalo might be bleeding a little bit, but that's because he's the one that's initiating the fight. He's the one that's getting inside of the face of Goliath. He's the one that's coming forward and putting his neck out there for the risk.
Both are proving to be pretty good defensive fighters. Arévalo unloading.
That's what I want to
That caught
see,
him.
hot dog it.
He only came in for the combination, and then he withdrew.
60 amateur boxing fights for Arévalo, and you're seeing that his hands are where he's comfortable. He needs to close those hands, though. So that could be a dangerous eye poke.
Call him David, call him Chihuahua, call him Arévalo. He's taken a few blows and the blood's starting to flow, but he has been the better fighter thus far. But remember, he is fighting in Goliath's hometown. And Goliath is kind of a big deal in these parts.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a following, like a band of brothers?
He does.
Like
He's associated with the Club Atlas, which, just so you know, the Chivas is not only the most popular team in Guadalajara, it's the most popular team in Mexico, and that soccer team only fields players from Mexico from Mexican descent. So that's the reason they've created a national popularity. But the Atlas are like kind of the outsiders. Sol Arezano happy to be one of them.
Sol Arezano's corner is begging him to come out of your shell, let it go, let your hands fly, and I definitely think that that's what I would like to see too. Big, huge, massive overhand. You don't want to get hit with that thing. He's slanging that right hand hard.
I would say, just knowing how the business goes, Arévalo may be slightly more impressive, but if this went to cards right now, Sol Arezano will probably get the win. And he has drawn blood as well, so I mean, it is up to Arévalo to continue the work rate here. Has to be.
I mean, Arévalo, to me, has been the one that has been pushing the pace, coming forward, coming to the body, coming up top to the head. He's really been, in my eyes, the one that's been the more aggressive fighter. Sometimes aggression can play a big part in this, and he's the one, in my eyes, who has been initiating every single exchange.
That may be...
Besides that one.
That might be all good there, but does it impress the judges enough? Because Sol Arezano, he has been on the back foot for the most part, hasn't really been affected too much by the aggression from Arévalo.
I would say, I wouldn't necessarily say he's been on the back foot. I would just say he's using his footwork to replant his stance so that he can get the best out of his punching. You know, when you're that big, you have to really be methodical about how you're punching.
Let's call it side foot.
Side foot.
He's on his side foot.
He's on his side
Is
foot,
that all right?
Yes. That's less insulting, I think. I'm just kidding.
I don't want.
But do you know what I mean?
Hey,
Like you really gotta pick your punches.
I don't want to. There's one person I don't want to insult. It's Goliath.
Yeah, no, me neither. He punched right to the body there, taking the wind out of Goliath.
That's when he started.
Boom, right
the
there with that
flow.
left hook. See, he went to the body and then went right up top. And I'm begging you, Arevalo, can I see that again? Because that left hook is solid.
Let's see what works. All right, we're going to head to the final round.
Oh, and these guys are so tired.
They're still communicating.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you would almost imagine they'd be more tired because of the size they have to carry around, but they're surviving. Goliath looks like he could go 5 rounds.
Look at his corners getting aggressive with him. There's that tattoo of Atlas there on his shoulder.
Club Atlas. El Gran Club Tapatío.
There's blood. What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
But I mean, for optics purposes, if you're judges, you're going to see the blood on the face, and that only can help Goliath, I would imagine. All right, let's see what happens in the 3rd round. Everything to fight for.
Yeah, these guys are trying to put the heavyweight division on notice. These guys are trying to get Alberto Del Rio to come step inside the jaula with them. And if I was Alberto, I'd be like, eh.
Yeah, and Combate right now, it's money makers are at 135, 145, 155. We're talking about guys who are 265.
Right.
So it's a huge jump. And let's see, Solazano got caught with that left hook that you like, Juliana.
Yes.
If he can just hit him square.
Arevalo with the inside leg kick. And a big, huge leaping left hook and misses. Nice job by Goliath to get out of the way. Stick to the body. Nice parries by Arevalo. So there's that side foot again, looking for his opening.
Thanks, Juliana. You're a good team player. All right, so Goliath hits the lead leg.
Ooh,
that's it, one and
left.
done. He did catch him there. Just want to see maybe that extra strike from Goliath.
Right, maybe
He's
a
lurking.
three-piece or two, maybe a two-piece or...
A 2-piece or a 3-piece like Rush.
I'll take a leg and a thigh and a wing.
I'll tell you.
Something.
Great, I'm hungry again.
Anything. Come on, Goliath. Get in there, boy.
Their fitness has been good. You look at their size and go, these guys aren't going to last 3 rounds. They're lasting and they're still throwing.
Yeah, but old boy needs to let his hands go.
Yeah. And you see there's still some life in those feet.
Yes, there is. And put some mustard on it. Sit down on your punches, bite down on that mouthpiece, and come forward,
Yeah,
just like Arevalo is doing.
He put his chin down there and did some work.
Arevalo's really good at seeing everything. He parries the punches really well. His head is always off target. He's always moving. Nice head movement from Arevalo. He's not easy to hit.
He's taken. Solazano's taken the center of La Jaula. It's just when he's there, he waits. He waits for that opportunity. He waits to react to Arevalo. Arevalo's abundantly aware of that.
So when you're fighting a much taller party, you have to find your way to get inside, and that's what I need to see from Arevalo. Solazano, Goliath in the red, doing a good job of chopping the legs out from Arevalo, and that can wear on you. You can see a lot of bruising on the left-hand side of the thigh of Arevalo. It's just stopping him from coming forward, and that's a smart game plan if you're Solazano.
That time the big looping right caught Solazano.
Nicely done by Arevalo. Readjusting his stance.
The feet planted now. The footwork's starting to fizzle out for Arevalo. And the crowd's starting to boo. And I think they're directing it at their homeboy here, Solazano, who has been second best with the strikes. That's his game plan. And you know what? At the end of this 3rd round, it might be more than enough for Goliath.
We shall see. Nice strikes. Way to get inside. He goes to the body to close the distance. Maybe a takedown. I forgot about those.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No?
No.
Yes, leg kick. Nice job by Goliath, keeping his opponent at bay with those leg kicks.
It would be a great idea if you could execute it.
Oh, yeah. I think that would definitely solidify.
And it's there to be done.
It is. I say whoever gets a takedown wins.
If you can put your shoulder down and just tackle your opponent here.
Be like
I think it would help Arévalo, who has that better center of gravity. You can see the corners urging on their fighters, come on.
And Arévalo, he's got more to lose. He's 8-0 as a professional, so this is a fight that he is possibly letting slip by out of his fingers as these 50 seconds go on. You know, you have to solidify your spot in here and let the judges know that you won the fight. So I need to see a little bit more from either guy so I can make up my mind here. Who wants it?
All right, 40 seconds to go. It's the business end. It is Arévalo, when he throws those punches, he's just not close enough. And that one missed pretty bad. Everyone's like, bring it. Vamos, 30 seconds. The left connects. He goes again, follows up to the body, Arévalo. Again, left to the head, right to the body. Maybe a hum of some disappointment here at the Arena Coliseo.
Are we going to see anything else?
And if they got their feet in the sand, again, Arévalo. Oh,
yes.
One last shot to the chin.
Damas y caballeros, después de 3 vueltas, esta es la decisión oficial. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, the official decision goes as follows. Los jueces Craín y Armenta entregan tarjetas idénticas de 29-28. Judges Craín and Armenta scored about identically at 29-28. Y la juez Ramos anotó 30-27. Judge Ramos scores it 30-27. A favor del ganador por decisión unánime in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Alejandro Goliath Solórzano.
Someone gave it to him 30-27.
He saw all 3 rounds for Goliath. I mean, I guess it just depends on what kind of fight you like to see as a spectator and what you're looking for.
All right, we got to keep going. A fight that we have been eagerly awaiting. 2 young phenoms looking to get it done inside La Jaula. Axel Osuna, Bosco Boyer. Let's hear from the fighters.
Mi rival se ve fuerte, ¿verdad? Peleé contra él en el pasado. Tuve un cuadrangular en mi casa en Puerto Vallarta, salí victorioso y pues ahora que va a ser la revancha para mí.
Pues ya lo conocía y yo espero que sea una pelea muy dura. Él viene pues con su confianza como todo, pero el día de mañana pues ya veremos a ver qué pasa.
No hay que sobreestimar al oponente, ¿verdad? Yo soy un peleador completo, él también, y pues vamos a dar todo, ¿verdad?
Yo me considero un peleador muy completo. Tengo una historia dentro del boxeo, dentro del Muay Thai. Actualmente pues he agregado a mis campamentos unas que otras armas que pues no puedo también armar, y pues yo vengo bien preparado para lo que pase el día de mañana.
We continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Los jueces, the judges, Chris Craín, Alejandro Armenta y Emilio Valadez. Presentando a la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de color negro, he enters La Jaula wearing the black trunks. His official weight, 124 3/4 pounds. Su peso oficial, 124 libras y 3/4. Esta noche, dentro de la jaula de Combate Américas, hace su debut profesional. Tonight, inside of la jaula de Combate Américas, he's making his professional debut de Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, Bosco Boyer. En la esquina contraria, In the opposite corner, vestido de color rojo, wearing the red trunks, his official weight, 125.5 pounds, su peso oficial, 125 libras y media. En su segundo combate dentro de la Jaula de Combate Américas, con récord de una victoria. He enters la jaula for the second time as a pro with a record of 1 victory. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, Axel Osuna. El referee, Raúl Porrata.
Hacia atrás, hacia atrás.
Raul Porrata, the third man inside La Jaula, to the tail of the tape. Both are in diapers. Osuna's 22, Bosco Boyer at 19. 1-inch height advantage, 3-inch reach for Osuna. We are in the flyweights. The prodigy, who will emerge? The place is starting to hum. No pressure, to buzz. No pressure, but we're expecting the fight of the night. Let's go.
Making his pro debut and making his Combate Americas debut and wanting to make a statement, Boyo Bosca.
Oh, Osuna!
Oh, no!
He's coming in hot! Now the underhooks.
Boyo Bosca needs to jack that underhook
Wow,
up.
what a wake-up call. He was a decorated boxer, Osuna, Mexican Gold Glove winner in 2015.
And Osuna is right in front of his corner, listening very closely and intently to his corner. Boyo Bosca needs an underhook. He needs to jack that underhook up, and he gets tripped down to the ground with a body lock by Axel Osuna. Nicely done by Osuna.
Great balance from Osuna. He just dropped his weight down. And now Boyer in the guard.
Boyer's guard is wide open. Axel Osuna could pass that guard at any time.
Let's see if he can see those openings. There is some daylight. Osuna unloading. Again, he was also a state boxing champ here in Jalisco 4 straight years. Stopped the boxing game and then moved into mixed martial arts after his brother invited him that way. A little cut. I don't know if that was via the head, right there around the left eyebrow of Boyer.
Boyer Bosca looking to suck up a triangle, an armbar, something. Woo,
he might have it.
No, he doesn't.
Nope.
But he advances his positions. He's out. Oh,
he might have the
Osuna's
ankle.
Trying to catch him. But Boyer Bosca is looking to find his way on top.
Still working that ankle.
He needs to kick that off exactly like he's doing, and he needs to get on top and stay on top.
Look at that little tackle. He is not going there. Now Osuna could be, he's going to be on the lower ground here.
Boyo Bosca with some big ground and pound. Oh, but caught an armbar.
He's got it. There's a tap. He looks like a boy, but he's a man, baby.
Axel Osuna, chip on his shoulder. It worked. Beautifully done. First round armbar. Whew. That looked like it hurt. He looked like he stretched out all those ligaments in that elbow joint. He says, shh.
2-0 in Combate Americas, 2-0 in his hometown of Guadalajara. A star is born. Mark your calendars the next time you hear the name Axel Osuna on a Combate Americas card. He's the real deal, baby. He stayed on top. That was a beautiful fight. And now Axel Osuna is a legit player at 125 and in this promotion.
Beautifully done by Axel Osuna.
We knew there was going to be pressure.
Yep.
And he eats pressure for lunch. A beautiful armbar after beating Chairez. Maybe Edgar Chairez wants a rematch. Oye!
Hey!
Disfrutar la noche! Let's go upstairs for the official decision. Quick work for Axel.
Osuna.
Let's quick look again as he worked on the guard of, and you said there was some room to work.
Oh, yeah. Axel Osuna doing a good job staying calm, nice and easy. Boyer Bosca with the open guard. Little ground and pound, soft punches to open him up from Axel Osuna.
we would say Busker Boyer is his debut, but this is a guy who came with a lot of accolades. You could see he knew what to do in there, but he didn't have the answers for Osuna, who had all the questions answered.
Axel Osuna was just cool as a cucumber, winning in every scramble and position, very comfortable on his back wherever the fight went. Used a good job to retain his guard and got an armbar there in the first round, and deep too.
A little offense there from Busker Boyer, and then whoopsie-daisy, lights out in Guadalajara.
And this is a game of inches mixed martial arts, and he kind of punched himself into a submission there. Got a little too excited and wasn't aware that Axel Osuna's guard was lethal. And he ended up paying the ultimate price.
Obligando a su rival a darse por vencido con un tiempo oficial de 3 minutos 1 segundo del primer capítulo. Ladies and gentlemen, the red corner sinks in an armbar, forcing his opponent to tap with an official time of 3 minutes 1 second of the opening stanza. El vencedor por sumisión. The winner by way of submission. Puro Guadalajara, Jalisco. Axel Esto es Combate Américas, España contra México. Este duelo, 3 vueltas en la división peso gallo. This bout, 3 rounds in the bantamweight division. Los jueces, the judges, Chris Crail, Emilio Valadez y Mariana Ramos. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner. Vestido de los colores españoles, rojo y amarillo. He wears the colors of Spain, red and yellow. He weighed in at an official 135 3/4 pounds. Su peso oficial, 135 libras y 3/4. En su 10º combate dentro de la jaula a nivel profesional, con récord de 7 victorias y 2 derrotas. He enters La Jaula for the 10th time as a pro, with a record of 7 victories against 2 losses. De Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, España, el Niño Roca, Zenbensui Roe. Su contrario en la esquina roja, his opponent in the red corner, vestido del tricolor mexicano, verde, blanco y rojo. He wears the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red. He weighed in at an identical 135 3/4 pounds de tula báscula, a un peso idéntico de 135 libras y 3/4, igual que su rival. En su 10º combate a nivel profesional, con 7 victorias y 2 derrotas. Like his opponent, he enters the jaula for the 10th time as a pro, with 7 victories against 2 losses. Puro Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Víctor Periquito Madrigal. El referee, Jason Herzog.
Biggest ovation of the night coming for Periquito Madrigal. Your third man inside La Jaula is Jason Herzog. Let's go to the tail of the tape in the bantamweight division, our co-main event. Both in the prime of their careers. 1-inch height advantage for Periquito, 1-inch reach advantage for Ruiz. Ruiz in the red and yellow Spanish shorts. Que viva España. All green for Periquito. We're underway. And while we were listening to Lupe, Juliana pulled up a search of the Canary Islands, and we're talking about all this fighting. You're like looking at these crystal clear blue beaches.
It's beautiful.
It's a tourist attraction, Las Islas Canarias.
Why would you leave there?
Oh, there are a lot of guys fighting there too,
yeah,
including
I see
Ruiz.
That.
Uh-oh, Madrigal gets on top. Ruiz covers.
Way to catch that leg by Madrigal, trying to get that elbow joint out of the guard and looking to suck up a triangle or something, but Madrigal is hip to the game, squeezing both of his shoulders inside so he doesn't get caught in a triangle or an armbar, staying real square with Ruiz.
This is the Spain versus Mexico portion of our evening. In the guard is Ruiz, looking to clear it, although the arm is stuck in there for a moment, and now it's out. readjust here for Madrigal.
Madrigal doing such a good job of just being super calm and patient wherever he is. Trying to dig inside for an underhook, but goodness, you can just see how strong Ruiz is.
Yeah, he is a bull. Hence El Niño Roca.
Big, huge Kimura looking to pull that out is Madrigal, looking for the sweep on that Kimura.
He's looking to hold. He's grasped those hands together while he grabs the single leg of Madrigal. Zevensui Ruiz, who had to leave the Copa because of visa issues, he was replaced by countryman Daniel Requejo, who did not get out of the quarterfinals.
Ruiz looking to make a statement here, coming a long way from the Canary Islands in Spain. He does not want to go home on that long plane ride upset.
Ruiz now looking to clear the guard of Madrigal.
If I'm Ruiz, I'm content standing here, pinning him against the jaula and just working my ground and pound, but also being cautious that Madrigal's guard is like a spider web and it is sticky and he can catch you at any time if you're not paying attention.
Periquito Madrigal, we saw him last time in October here in Guadalajara. He beat Christian Quiñones with that crazy armbar. Prior to that, back in April of 2018, lost to Alejandro Flores. No shame in that. Flores, as good as they come in at that point at 145. And also here at 135
Triangle.
as well. Could it work? Let go of the cage, says
He's
Jason
got him in
Herzog.
an armbar, but he passes. Triangle pass, or Iron Man pass is what I'd like to call that.
Side control. I love your vernacular.
What?
And now on the back. Ruiz weathered an early storm, but he's finding his legs now.
Nicely done by Ruiz. He's settling in his position, looking for a rear naked choke. Content to just hang on the back and let the ground and pound go, but looking for a rear naked choke.
That's a heavy 135 on your back. A lot of muscle, a lot of sinew, and Madrigal's in trouble. Slipping out almost. Ruiz does not budge, trying to get that arm underneath that chin.
Oh, and Ruiz is just so good at riding the back, and that is a tough, tough position to get out of. Flattening his opponent like a pancake. Ruiz is gonna let the ground and pound go here in a second.
Oh, and Ruiz lowering the hips for a moment, but Madrigal gets some daylight there again.
He's a little high, but he's doing a great job of getting that ground and pound in. Still looking for the rear naked choke is Ruiz, but just content to hang out on that back and just let it rain with punches, big heavy punches.
1 minute left in this opening round, and Madrigal had the upper hand, but it's been one-way traffic for Ruiz. The crowd tries to get Periquito back into it.
And Ruiz goes...
Changes levels
for a double, looking for an ankle pick. Madrigal did a great job of getting back to his feet and facing his opponent so that Ruiz didn't have his back anymore. Deep on a Kimura, but he's gonna need to literally hang on to that for a while because his best chance is to get started back on the feet after the round ends.
That's a strong appendage that you're gonna have to bend across to get into a Kimura. And now the Rockchild unloading with that left hand. 30 seconds to go.
Nicely done by Ruiz, nice short elbows. Big and heavy hips from Ruiz.
This is a great game plan. Get on top and stay on top, and you can't be budged.
That's my favorite game plan. That's the only game plan.
Madrigal in some discomfort. More elbows drop for Ruiz. Fighting for himself and his country in hostile territory.
Do not count Madrigal out. He has 10 seconds into the next round, and he is definitely going to change and adjust his game plan. I guarantee it.
Well, the Ruiz corner's got to be really happy about that. Madrigal, a much different fighter than how we began. A little worse for wear, but survives to see round two.
Hey, it's you or him. Who's got this fight? You or him? He's okay. Just a lot of little stuff. No big shots. It's okay.
Zevensui Ruiz, Julio Santana, and Juanma Suarez in his corner.
You know what I'm saying? If his corner, don't change anything.
Yeah.
Do exactly what you just did. Just go and repeat, rinse and repeat.
We cannot understate or overstate how important it would be for Spain. This is a huge potential marketplace for mixed martial arts. but you need some fighters that you can hang your hat on and point to and say to the Spanish public, this guy is one of yours, come out and see him. There are a couple candidates, there are 3 candidates here tonight for Combate, and Ruiz is off to a good start.
Caught that big, huge leg kick, what led to the takedown for Madrigal, but got almost caught in a armbar. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. You're gonna have to have a lot more tighter game if you want to stop Madrigal. And here they are again in round 2, trading leg kicks.
By the way, horseshoes will probably be at Juliana's Cinco de Mayo party, but no game of hand grenades. At least I hope not. Back into
No, but if you throw a hand grenade and it doesn't hit target and it almost hits the target, it's still doing damage.
True. There's a good punch by Madrigal leading up with that right hand, and Ruiz would love to get back in that primary position, but Madrigal wise to his ways, not allowing him as he takes the center of La Jaula.
And Ruiz is just yoked, man. He's just a specimen.
Sometimes it can be an advantage, sometimes not so much.
That looked like it rocked him a little bit. Madrigal with the hands.
Oh.
That was nice. He tried to throw an elbow
with the
there.
elbow, yeah. Oh! Low! What a punch! Yeah. Madrigal going for the kill! It's over!
What?
What just happened? Madrigal, to the delight of the Guadalajara public, 1-punch power!
Wow. I do not think that Ruiz agreed with that decision. I don't agree with that decision.
He looked up at Jason Herzog in complete disbelief.
I would have to see a replay. But he definitely hit him right on the button, flush. Gave him the old 1-2.
A complete 180 from the first round. Madrigal got out of the web that Ruiz was weaving and smashed him in the second round. That has to be devastating for Zeben Suiz.
And you can actually see it. Even before he hit him with that flush shot, Madrigal had punched him back, and it took the balance off from Ruiz. It kind of had him, you know, his equilibrium was off a little bit, even before that punch.
Yep.
Way before that punch. There was a flurry right before that punch that I seen in Ruiz where he looked a little unstable, and then it just followed it up with that one.
That's a good stoppage, right? Yeah.
And boom, right
what
hook.
A beautiful short right.
Just dink. I mean, I would have liked to seen a little bit more, but the job of Jason Herzog is to keep these fighters safe, to live to fight another day. That was a clean shot. Beautiful. Jason's seen enough, but Ruiz definitely doesn't agree with the stoppage. But oh, he went stiff, Max.
He gave him a couple extra blows.
And I'm happy for him, Madrigal. He has made mixed martial arts his entire life, and he works so hard. And you know, it's really nice to see that hard work pay off for a hardworking guy like Victor Periquito Madrigal.
All right, that's a nice shirt for Periquito Madrigal. We saw that for Rafa Gifted Garcia, and there's a merchandise opportunity here as well for these fighters.
Yeah, are these guys listening to this? Hello, we
Hello.
want your gear. Please send it to us. We'll wear it on camera. I want that shirt. I want Rafa Garcia's gear. They got some sicko gear. I will rock that.
We'll rock it on the zone anytime. Well, maybe not. We have to wear proper attire. So wonderful. 1-punch finish, although a couple others sealed the deal, but that 1 punch did the damage. And now Guadalajara is absolutely soaring here with Axel Osuna winning, followed by the victory from Periquito Madrigal, who evens his Combate record to 2-2, back-to-back victories, 8-2 overall. And certainly will be looking, and I imagine he will be keeping an interesting eye on what happens at the end of the month in Tucson, where Aldair and Lopez fights. He wants to be a player at 135, maybe 145.
He'll go anywhere. These Mexican fighters, they ain't
They're
scared.
flexible.
They'll do whatever. You just point them in the direction, and they will go there.
And a nice word from Jason Herzog to Sui Ruiz, who just, as we go back to Lupe Contreras.
There is probably a language barrier there too.
Del segundo capítulo. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout concludes with an official time of 3 minutes, 50 seconds of the second stanza. Your winner, by way of knockout, el ganador por knockout de México, el Periquito, Víctor Madrigal.
We're going to continue on here, and we got the main event. It's going to be at a catch weight because the weight issues of Ignacio Capela. Can he get the victory for Spain? Under his Mexico go 2-0 as Álvaro Chango Herrera makes his much anticipated combate debut.
Ok, hay que bajar un poquito de peso con el protector bucal. 157.5.
España es un país en el que pone los deportistas en lo más alto, en todos los deportes, y en MMA vamos un poco flojitos, así que hay que empezar a levantar eso y España arriba siempre.
Pues es un sueño hecho realidad, ¿no? Ya tenía mucho tiempo sin pelear aquí y pues ahora que me dan la oportunidad y sobre todo de encabezar esta cartelera, pues me siento como que estoy viviendo un sueño, ¿no?
Estar peleando en su casa, pero eso es una cuchilla de doble filo porque tienes esa presión, ¿no?, de tener que hacerlo bien.
Pues yo tengo más experiencia, pues he peleado con gente más fuerte.
Él tiene buen bagaje porque ha estado en eventos muy buenos, pero bueno, yo soy un luchador que nunca me doy por vencido y siempre voy con todo a ganar.
All right, wearing the red and yellow of España, Ignacio Capella. Levium Armorum, a Latin name which means armed lightly, and he claims Barcelona, but he has connections to the Balearic Islands, Las Islas Balearicas, which include Menorca, which is where he was born, Mallorca, Ibiza, another beautiful island chain, good vacation spot, and another place where they like to fight, apparently. And that is where Capella came from, and here he is entering La Jaula in a big spot. Combate debut, but he's 5-1, but the last 5 are all wins.
The last 5 are all wins, and you know what's special about Ignacio is that he is an industrial engineer. He has a full-time job. He's like project manager over there in Spain and has to find the time to train full-time and, you know, bring home a paycheck from a real job or a quote-unquote real job. That's not easy.
No, it is not, Julian. And that's the burden that's put on these fighters in order to find success. Many have families, have to take care of things on the home front until, you hope, you hit it big. All right, Chango Herrera, a UFC veteran, and now he comes highly anticipated. It was delayed somewhat, and now he finally gets the chance. Interesting fight. It's going to be at 157 as a catchweight. They agreed to it. He's a guy who likes to swing. He is a physical specimen, long reach.
He is a former Ultimate Fighter contestant. He had 3 fights in the UFC. Hashtag tough alum. Best of luck to you, brother. The former Ultimate Fighter contestant. Tough alum got to stick together.
That's right. And you wonder how much pressure is weighing on him. We'll see. Main event time. Let's go to Lupe.
Arena Coliseo, Guadalajara. Este es el duelo estelar de la noche. This is the main event of the evening of Combate Américas. Presented to you by, presentado por Monster Energy Drink. Este combate, 3 vueltas pactado a un peso de 157 libras. This bout, 3 rounds at a catch weight of 157 pounds. The 3 judges are, los 3 jueces son Chris Crail, Alejandro Armenta y Emilio Valadez. Ahora, damas y caballeros, rivalidad a lo máximo, España contra México. Y veremos quién es el más macho. Presentando a la esquina azul, Introducing the blue corner, vestido de rojo con color dorado. He steps in wearing red with gold trim. He weighed in at an official 157.5 pounds. Detuvo la báscula a un peso oficial de 157 libras y media. Entra a conquistar la jaula de Combate Américas en su sexto combate a nivel profesional, con 5 victorias y 1 derrota. He enters looking to conquer la jaula de Combate Américas in his 6th professional bout, with 5 victories against 1 defeat. De Menorca, España, Ignacio Capella. Su rival en la esquina roja, his opponent in the red corner, vestido del tricolor mexicano, verde, blanco y rojo. He steps in wearing the colors of Mexico, green, white, and red. His official weight, 156.75 pounds. Su peso oficial, 156 libras y 3 cuartos. Entra a la jaula de Combate Américas a defender la tierra azteca en su 16º combate a nivel profesional, con 9 victorias y 6 derrotas. He steps into the jaula of Combate Américas to defend Aztec land in his 16th pro bout, with 9 victories against 6 losses. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, Álvaro Chango Herrera. El referee, Jason Herzog.
All right, let's get back to it here. Main event, Chango Herrera, Ignacio Capella.
In the back, there are no final questions from you. Red, there are no final questions from you. Touch gloves if you want. I'm not ready to fight.
Jason Herzog needs to figure out how to say that in Spanish.
They're learning. Tail of the tape. Chango Herrera has been at this for a while. 11 years the senior, both at 5 feet 5 inches. The reach, slide edge for Capella, and we are at a catch weight of 157. Mexico, Spain. Mexico leading it 1-0 thus far after the one-punch knockout by Periquito Madrigal.
Listo. Listo.
Here we go. Will Spain seize the opportunity? Capella looks all the part of a confident fighter, but will it translate to a victory inside La Jaula?
What are they feeding
Oh,
these
he took
guys
that
in
lead leg
Spain?
out.
What are they feeding these guys in Spain?
Tortilla y Gabán.
Another
Vino
rock.
tinto.
Another fighter cut out of a rock. Capella with a strong leg kick, and he does it again.
He's got something. Let's see if he works on that, as that lead leg is now withdrawn by Herrera.
Ooh, Herrera said, bring it on, bro.
All right, but he hits that lead leg, and it doesn't go. That time it did, and it missed wildly by Capella.
Oh.
Herrera closes ground, got caught.
Watch out. Somebody watch out. There's a knockout here coming.
Oh, yeah, this made Herrera's knees versus the fists of Capella.
Herrera says, get off me. Oh, big, huge
I know it's
side
Mexico.
kicks to the kneecap, which is so annoying.
I know this is Mexico, Spain, but there is so much on the line for these guys individually. Herrera looking to maintain the name that he has built over the years, and Capella fighting for that breakthrough that could make him a player here in Combate.
I love those leg kicks, chopping down the cherry tree as Capella.
Oh, that left hand caught Herrera
Yeah.
to the body.
Watch out, that hurt him. That
Oh,
hurt
it did hurt him.
That hurt him.
And again, Capella's making contact, and he's put Herrera down. Capella going for the kill and to even the keel for España. Can those punches find the target? They're not right now. Herrera turtles. Now he's got that left hand control, but Capella's still got the right free.
Just a bully with those punches. They're inside control.
Capella still lowering and fighting for his country.
Herrera just
Lowering
shelling up
the
into a
blow.
ball.
Jason Herzog steps in. It's over. Que viva España!
Nicely done by Ignacio Capella. Gets it done for Spain in the first round knockout against tough veteran Álvaro Chango Herrera. But Jason Herzog has seen enough, and Ignacio Capella is the victor. Moving on to 6-1 as a professional fighter.
He talked about the pressure fighting in front of his hometown. And I talked to you off the air. Herrera looked like he had the weight of this world on his eyes. Capella didn't have that, and then he goes for the kill and gets it with some real power strikes.
And I'm happy for him. At least he can have his long plane ride home back to Spain in victory.
And that's hugely disappointing for Herrera, who now, as he saw, has to figure out, and I did say it said 38, he's actually 28 years of age. And this is a guy who certainly has a lot to give, but he was, we mentioned on the back foot, he was on there the whole time, nothing worked. Capella continued to find his target, and then it went to the ground, and it was over.
Nicely done by Capella. He literally dropped him, clocked him, and was just a bully. Here it is. Big, huge left hook, I believe. Boom. Oh, it was beautiful.
That was nasty.
Super clean, and then just a bully on the ground, just strong and vicious and mean. And Herrera didn't really do much. He just kind of curled up into a ball, gave up his back. Jason Herzog seen enough.
And you have just seen the biggest win in that young man's career. 6-1, and now 1-0 in Combate Americas. And if they're going to expand into Spain, now you have someone that can lead the way.
A star, but will we still him for Copa Combate at 155 pounds later on in the year?
That's a great opportunity. That's a long ways away.
Yeah, but I think he made a definite statement that he should be in that tournament.
All right, there we go. The main event was quick, and the last two fights have actually ended pretty quickly here. And the love of Guadalajara comes to a screeching halt after wins by Axel Osuna and Periquito Madrigal. What a moment for Capella, what a moment for Spain.
And humble in victory. He makes sure his opponent is okay. Jason Herzog stops the fight so Herrera can live to fight another day. Nicely done by our referee there.
Herrera's got to be disappointed, but he's still a big name. He's just going to have to pick up the pieces from here.
Yeah.
And maybe it's best for a guy who doesn't fight. Maybe some guys fight well at home, maybe some don't, but there will be other opportunities, and there'll be other cards here in Guadalajara for sure, which has become a big market here for Combate Americas. You know, Capella said, he said, it's a great opportunity. I could show that I could fight with the best. He said he'll be comfortable at home, but that did not deter him. Let's go inside La Jaula and Lupe Contreras for the official decision.
Damas y caballeros, una serie de golpes sin respuesta obliga al referee Jason Herzog a parar la contienda con un tiempo oficial de 2 minutos 59 segundos del primer capítulo. Ladies and gentlemen, a series of unanswered blows forces referee Jason Herzog to stop this contest with an official time of 2 minutes 59 seconds of the opening round. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, el ganador por nocaut técnico de España, Ignacio Capella.
¡Visca San Luis!
Good sportsmanship there from Herrera. One more fight to wrap up our 10-fight card bill, and coming up, it's Alejandro Pato Martinez and Eric Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. It got feisty at the weigh-in. Let's hear from the fighters.
I love getting all the Mexican crowd routed up because I'm facing another Mexican, and I'm part Mexican myself, man. I'm also American first. So that's where I was born and raised. But I'm excited, man. It's a huge honor, representing my country.
Tengo mejor boxeo, tengo mejor Muay Thai, tengo mejor lucha, tengo mejor Jiu-Jitsu, así que tengo mejor cardio, así que no, estoy en mi ciudad, todo tengo mejor que él.
He looked a little out of shape to me. Didn't look like, physically ready here. Got a little angry, a little emotional. Says a lot about his character. I love seeing a reaction like that, man. It means I'm in his head.
llega aquí, se me quiere cuadrar y pues... pues no está bien, ¿no? Pero tuvo que aventar para que vea quién es el que manda aquí.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds in the lightweight division. Los jueces, the judges, Chris Craí, Emilio Valadez y Mariana Ramos. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing the blue corner, vestido de negro con los colores rojo, azul y blanco. Introducing the blue corner, wearing black with the colors of America, red, white, and blue. Su peso oficial, 155 libras y 3/4 is official weight, 155 3/4 pounds. En su 12º a nivel profesional, dentro de la jaula, con 8 victorias y 3 derrotas. He enters la jaula for the 12th time as a pro, with a record of 8 victories against 3 losses. De Redondo Beach, California, Eric Ghost Pepper González. Su contrario en la esquina roja, his opponent in the red corner, vestido del tricolor mexicano verde, blanco y rojo, wearing the colors of Mexico, green, white and red. Su peso oficial, 155 libras y 3/4 is official weight, 155 3/4 pounds. En su 7º combate dentro de la jaula, con 4 victorias y 2 derrotas. He enters la jaula for the 7th time as a pro, with a record of 4 victories and 2 losses. De Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, México, Alejandro Pato Martínez. El referee, Jason Herzog.
Okay, we'll get to the tail of the tape, and you can see Ghost Pepper, as he always does, whether he's close to home or a little bit far, always has a traveling support group with the Ghost Pepper shirts. Similar ages, 1-inch height advantage, and the reach there for Pato as we get ready. And we like to welcome all those in the United States that are Ghost Pepper fans that are watching him fight tonight. Special hello to all of you, whether you're in the South Bay, Orange County. Thanks for joining us up late here on DAZN. Our final fight of the night from Guadalajara. We are live. Juliana Peña, Max Bredos. It is Ghost Pepper in blue.
Martinez in green.
Thank you, Juliana.
You're welcome. And Martinez, he's kind of got like the showmanship about him, you know what I mean? He's comfortable, he's in his city, he's kind of cocky almost. And he was a former contestant on The Ultimate Fighter, not afraid to engage.
Big spot to see the trajectory of these 2 fighters. And a little almost hip toss there from Ghost Pepper, and it goes down.
Goes down looking for maybe a guillotine. He gets a guillotine series off, but his legs are caught. He's caught in the Khabib.
Yeah, that's perfect comparison, and that is the posture that Pato Martinez is getting into. Very difficult to react if you are on your back.
Use that guillotine to start a series, either stand back to your feet or try to choke for it, maybe look for a reversal, but Martinez hip to the game, nice shoulder pressure, and that's not a threat for him right now.
And Ghost Pepper says he's okay, even though Martinez continues to close the gap.
Ghost Pepper needs to use the cage to get back to his feet, and that's what he does. Beautiful done.
He waited for his spot. He did. He takes a knee along the way, but pretty much small price to pay at this point.
I need an underhook. Martinez has double underhooks. If he pulls him off the cage, he's going down.
Oh, but Martinez fell on his back, and
Beautiful
he's
hips.
already on the mount.
Great, great, great job. Nice read from Ghost Pepper, and he is going to stay nice and
those
heavy.
elbows coming down hard.
Ghost Pepper is good on the ground. Let's see if he can maintain his mount position. But nice hips, nice, beautiful hips.
He
by
sunk those
Gonzalez.
nice.
He reversed him.
Now
Giving
he
up his
spins.
back.
That could be dangerous. Ghost Pepper's waiting for that spot to pounce. Drops some elbows first to soften his opponent. And then again, back to the mount. Well, one leg has gone away as he's trapped underneath there from Martinez.
Nice underhook. Let's see if he can use it to get back to his feet. Gives up his back again.
Aiming for the ear, fighter, aiming for the ear.
And Ghost Pepper doing a good job of just staying on him, riding him.
Martinez gives him, and Ghost Pepper takes.
I want to see him drag him back down to the ground, but too late. Martinez back to the feet. Got a nice whizzer. Let's see if he digs for an underhook.
Back to their feet. One underhook for Ghost Pepper. Looking to apply a little bit more if... Oh, big knee.
Giant knee. Nicely done by Eric Gonzalez.
And he gets that southpaw stance here.
Eric Gonzalez is beautiful striking too, and he's teep kicking right to that side of that body and kicking.
Oh, now Martinez
right
is bothered.
Liver.
Yeah, he felt that, and it goes Pepper. Ven pa acá.
Cocky. Checks.
There is
Checks
no question.
Again.
Ghost Pepper, one of the most popular fighters in Combate Americas.
Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful takedown.
Oh, and the
Gorgeous.
elbows dropping down. Big time, big cut over the forehead.
Nicely done, tons of blood. Eric taking the mount again.
And there's a lot of
This is
blood.
a kill position. This is an over, finished, done position, and I know Eric can do it.
This is why they love Ghost Pepper. He smells blood, he tastes blood, he goes for the kill.
And he's such an exciting fighter.
He is. You know why the love's there. And Pato Martinez, there's a geyser opening up.
Oh
It
my
is
gosh.
nasty.
Oh wow. That
So
is-
much for late dinner plans. More punches, more elbows.
Oh my gosh. Stop
Elbows,
the
make
fight.
it stop. It's
Whoa.
over. Ghost Pepper. It burns.
Hey, ow. Don't pull a Johnny Walker on us.
What a showman. On the road.
Oh, wow.
Road victory for Ghost Pepper.
Gorgeous. Beautifully done. And he celebrates with a little victory dance.
A little merengue, a little cumbia. He excels in these situations. He's great in front of his hometown crowd. Maybe he's better when he's got the visiting colors, and the color of the night is red.
Where is he cut? I can't see. Is it his nose? What opened
Forehead,
up?
right
It was
on the
his
forehead.
Eric tried to share his meat, and he didn't want any. And he was just trying to share. He was just trying to be nice.
Ghost Pepper maybe making an early claim to get to the Copa, which he missed out last year, now at 155 pounds. And there was the elbow that busted him open.
That's not an elbow, that's a hellbow. That's an elbow from hell. Holy smokes. And takes the mount. Beautiful fight IQ by Eric Gonzalez. Nice back elbows too. I mean, he was all over him from everywhere. And boom. Yeah, that big cut over the forehead just opened up, and it was disgusting.
That's something else.
Oh my gosh, let's take a look. Beautiful. Beautiful elbows, nice fight IQ, way to stay calm, way to finish your fight. Eric Gonzalez is a stud.
The extreme close-up, I don't know if it was required there.
He needs stitches.
Ghost Pepper entertaining inside La Jaula, entertaining out.
I don't know if that's his mama there, but I know that his mama is his #1 fan, and she has supported her baby boy from day one. She has always supported his dreams, and I know that he fights a lot for his mom. And there's another Combate Americas fighter.
No flat brimming fight hats here.
Trying to remember his name right now.
Great night for Ghost Pepper coming to Guadalajara. And they've done a nice job sealing up the wound.
Damas y
for
caballeros, una
Alejandro to go to
acumulación de
Spain.
golpes obliga al
Bonilla.
referee Jason Herzog a parar la contienda con un tiempo oficial de 3 minutos 45 segundos del primer episodio. Ladies and gentlemen, accumulation of blows forces referee Jason Herzog to stop this contest with an official time of 3 minutes 45 seconds of round number 1. Your winner, by way of technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico, the Ghost Pepper, Eric Gonzalez.